Comic Menu Podcast is sponsored by Realistic Comic Books. RealComicBooks.com.
Hey everybody, look at that. Here I am. Yeah, we had a little bit of a hiatus last week. I was sick. Hey Kevin, you might want to fix your camera. I had a cold. I had a cold, people. You know, I don't get sick that often, but when I do, it kicks me around in the nards. But I know you guys are all here every Tuesday because, or every Tuesday when we're on, because you want to know what the hell's going on with us. Why? Because you love us. Why? Because you love me. I know you have other places you want to be. Instead, you're here at 9:15 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday, unless I'm sick or I have the plague or something like that. All right, let's start bringing in some people. We got a full house. We got a lot of stuff to do, man. We got a lot of stuff to do. We're gonna talk about art. Kevin, try to move your camera like sideways because you're looking the other way. There we go. I see you. All right, here we go. So let's bring in the best colored man in the business. Where's this guy at? Oh, there he is.
What's up, my man?
No, they're good. Everything's good.
I'm hearing feedback. Is it me?
It's you. It's that hollow head of yours.
No, I don't know. I'm seriously. Did you not hear that?
No, I don't hear shit.
Oh my god. All right.
Okay. All right. Then we're gonna bring in this guy. It's been a while since we've had Dwarf.
Great to be back, but I am hearing the feedback that Dan is hearing also.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't hear it.
I think it's your headphones, Caesar.
My headphones being that good?
I don't know.
So what do you hear? My voice and you hear my voice again?
No, it's static.
Like,
it's static
it's
feedback.
static.
That's interesting. All right, let me see. Let me do some stuff Tell me when it disappears. Tell me when it disappears. In the meantime, anything yet?
No, it's still
No?
there.
I don't know what to tell you guys. All right, I'll figure it out. But in the meantime, let's bring the rest of the guys in. All right, here we go. The next we got Palms. Look at Palms. We haven't brought Palms in here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think if we position Dorf's beard and my beard in the right position, we can probably clear up the static, I think. Maybe.
That might be it.
I slightly hear it too, but it's not major, but I do hear it.
Okay, I'll fuck with it. Okay, next we got there he is. Let's bring in Comic Sam. Yes, there he is.
Can you hear me?
Dyed his hair pink. Yes, you look funny.
You just didn't like me. You sent me no link today.
I did send you a link.
I have no link from you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You
We're gonna
sent
get
it to
some-
someone
How
else.
you hear that?
We're gonna get some random dudes to
Strangers
show up.
popping in.
Uh-oh.
All right, then we got Franz.
What's up, peoples?
Mhm.
What's up, Sam? Caesar.
What's going
hey,
on, man? How are you?
I'm gonna snitch on Caesar. He said, "Oh man, I hope Sam doesn't come today." Right before the show, he said that.
Yep, that's what happened.
It's kind of true. And then we got the man of the hour, Mr. Delgado. No mystery to the show. You know, Kevin's been here for a while and everything else. So let's say some hi to some people. What's going on there, Rob? How you doing there, pal? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see the first Kang. Yeah, right. All right. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Especially you guys all being here. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got some PSA stuff. We got some Netflix purchase of Warner Brothers. We got this big buzz of Doomsday. We got a lot of stuff. It's just kind of nutty. But
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Is it still Netflix in the lead for this bid on Warner
They don't like
Brothers?
the board
Or-
doesn't like Netflix. They want Paramount.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm hearing. Paramount now.
so it's not a final thing. It's not a
No, they're trying to do like a hostile bid, basically.
It's
Yeah.
a bid. I think Warner Brothers bid like 103 billion now on it or something, guys.
Oh no, I'm mistaken. Paramount did the hostile bid. The board wants the Netflix bid.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah.
Paramount came in trying to sweep in and steal it for a much higher bid, and the board doesn't care. They want to stick with Netflix.
Well, it's
Yeah,
a much higher bid, all cash, but I'm pretty sure that the Netflix bid will allow shareholders to keep some shares, so they'll continue to be owners in it going forward. I don't know if the other one had that. Not positive, but I know it was
the
30,
majority of the
30 per
Paramount,
share versus like 27.5 per
the
share.
majority of
which
the
equates to
Paramount
be, like, a
shareholders didn't
ton
even
of
know they
money.
still had a Paramount subscription.
Well said. Well put.
All right.
What?
It's
We're-
interesting
well,
though,
guys.
like the online opinion was split. Like I saw so many people on socials saying like, "Oh, I would prefer Paramount." Blah blah blah. I'm like, who the heck subscribes to Paramount to
No,
be fighting
Netflix.
for Paramount?
I do.
Netflix.
I mean,
Paramount's
I had
got some-
Paramount at one point, but it
Caesar
was just for, like,
subscribed
kids.
just for Yellowstone.
Nickelodeon.
I did, and I did. You son of a bitch! Don't you?
No. And
Keep,
Tulsa
keep
King.
Yellowstone out of your damn mouth.
Oh.
Paramount's got some Yellowstone, Mayor of Kingstown.
Don't you talk about my Duttons.
No, but for the future of Warner Brothers, and again, it affects us all. I mean, for all of us in the comic book collectible realm of the things. I mean, of course, when I heard the news, I'm like, guys, like this was huge for me, and I'm telling everyone, and everyone's like, we don't give a fuck. And I'm like, oh, I forgot, you're not in this business, but
Right.
like, you know, when you guys are in this, like, it affects us all as collectors and sellers. You know, who's going to be the future owners?
I mean, not
of,
just that, but I would think like content-wise, you should be so excited about good DC content.
well,
Hopefully coming.
Remember, there's another side of this world that people just could care less about. Comic books.
Fair.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Also, Warner Brothers
I mean,
gets
I'm-
bought and sold like every 3 years, anyways.
yeah,
it's like-
yeah, but when you get somebody like Netflix backing that up, and of course Netflix is going to want to capitalize.
Yeah, man,
on
like,
what is it,
oh, yeah.
Harry
$82
Potter would be
billion
going to
purchase.
Netflix.
Guys,
Harry,
anybody's
Like
going to be
that
better than their
new
current
live
owner of
series.
AT&T. Anybody's going to be better than the current owner of AT&T, the bean count.
Doesn't Harry Potter right now have like a 10-year contract
Yeah,
for
they
a
have a
series for the next 10
show
years?
deal. Yep.
I mean, so Netflix is literally, or whoever, right? I mean, I don't know if it's signed yet or not, but they just have so much money on the table. And again, for us who are in the business, fans even also, this is huge to me.
Let's
Everybody
before we
thinks
get
of
it,
Netflix as being shows, but they're essentially a movie
they
studio
do some
now.
good movies.
Oh yeah.
They do some-
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And they
So,
said they were going to stay committed to the theaters also. So
Right.
it's not just going to be streaming. Like they are
My
going to.
thing about Netflix is personal. I'm tired of them killing the series I love. They get 2 seasons and then they don't go with a third.
Well, we all saw what they and
You got to
here's the
just get a
crazy-
VPN and have different IPs to increase the streams.
They
Dan.
shut that
How
down now. They
committed are
track
you?
that. They track that now. They're wise to that.
Listen, we all saw what they did with Daredevil, Punisher. I mean, those Marvel shows. I'm super excited to see what they could do with a DC character now. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. We got a lot to talk about, but I want to talk about the man we have here, Kevin, because Kevin has some good stuff going. So let's pimp the shit he's got going. You know what I'm saying? That being said, let's go. Let's show the people, Kevin, what you got coming up here. So, as we all know, Kevin has this tough stuff, but it seems to me like he has himself a nice prison special. It sounds so warming. It's like a Hallmark special there, Kevin. Prison
Yeah.
special. So explain what's going on now.
So it's the 5th installment in the Tough Stuff series. These are kind of like an annual almost because I do like one a year, so it's double sized. I pencil, ink, color it, letter it, edit it. What's different about this one is I actually hired a writer this time. So I worked with Jonathan Hedrick, who did The Recount, Capable. Oh man, he's got so many titles that he's written for. So it was cool because like we kind of elevated the storyline, and like what a good story can be. It's a standalone issue. You don't have to read the 4 previous issues to kind of see what's going on. But yeah, so if you're familiar with Tough Stuff, he's he's a scruffy alley cat that fights crime, and this time he's in jail, and it's basically his first couple days in prison.
Fear and Loathing.
Yeah, so that was Kickstarter exclusive cover, and basically we had hit a stretch goal. We hit over $1,000 in funding past our initial goal. So everyone that backed the book gets that copy, and that's the only there'll only be like 60 of those printed, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't want to give away too much of the book, but it's super good, super good.
Well, I definitely had a question. I mean, how did he go from fighting crime to being in prison? But we'll have to read to find out, right?
Yeah, it's kind of left up. It's ambiguous. It's left up for the reader to like kind of figure that out.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to read it. You might as well just tell me out.
Yeah, why don't I just spoil the book I spent a year reading, right?
No, not live on the show.
Caesar's waiting for the animated feature.
I was
The
going to
reason
say.
he's in jail
For those just tuning in, that wasn't a dig at Kevin. Caesar doesn't know how to read.
Right, Caesar. You
I know. I offered. I'm like, hey, do you want to read a preview of it? He's like, no, just send me some stuff I can show.
Yeah.
Send me pictures, man. Because
Caesar won't know if he wins the lottery because he won't read the fucking ticket. He'll be like, smells like a winner.
So the book is going to come out, and it's printing right now. So I should have it within this week or next week. I was hoping to get all of my Kickstarter backers their projects by Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to hit that deadline just because I don't know when the books are coming in, but it will be this week. But yeah, it's a 40-page book. It's super fun. It's tough stuff in prison. Imagine the Shawshank Redemption. That's kind of it. Like he uncovers a huge plot. He's got to face some familiar foes. He's got to find out some stuff from his past. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
I like the first cover.
So this is, as Peter put it, right? This is the Shawshank Shawshank homage. Cover,
Yeah,
which
that's
is-
the Pawshank Redemption. So, and what's cool is I actually did a commission for the actor that played Boggs in the Shawshank Redemption. So I got to meet him,
which
and
character is
he's actually holding
that?
up
Hold on.
the poster.
Hold on, Kevin.
So that's the guy that played Boggs in the Shawshank.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Oh. Wasn't he part of the? Wasn't he part of the? What is it, the sisters or whatever? The
He was the
That's
one that
awesome.
was sticking it to Andy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
He
So,
made his
yeah.
presence felt.
Dude, this journey, like my journey as an artist, like I get to meet so many cool people, and like you never know who you end up talking to or whatever. And it's just crazy. Like I did he was in The Departed, so I did a Departed like sketch with him and Nicholson. So that was pretty sick. But yeah, I can't like I don't want to spoil the book, but it's so hard not to.
Go watch it. I mean, go read it, people. I mean, I won't because I just don't read books.
I
But
don't read books.
I just might have Kevin just like read it to me. You know,
This is early in the book. I could show you this.
I thought that was
So,
off limits too. We can't read you comics.
He's being he's basically getting processed through prison. So he gets a little cavity search.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "Aren't you
Oh,
gonna
what's
change
that?
the gloves?" The guard goes,
That's
"Sorry."
a poop
Bunch of
finger.
cuts.
That's a poop finger.
Is that a poop finger?
That's a poop finger, dude.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Bro, what the fuck is
It's a family show, man.
and why has he got the poop finger in the cat's face?
Oh, golly.
A lot of- If you like
Kevin,
silly
when-
shit like that, you're gonna love the book. I mean, it's a lot of fun. That's all I
When
can
you
really say.
release the comic on tape, Caesar's your first customer.
Well, the good news is he doesn't have to read that page to connect the dots. You can tell what's happening there.
The funny thing is, Dorf got it right. It has to be on tape, not digital. But it's got to be like on tape where you put the pencil and you fucking rewind it.
He's got his
You know.
8-track in the back, ready to go.
Yeah, my quadraphonic audio, so yeah, that's the way it works.
Dude, this thing that comics, audio tape comics, has got to be like the laziest thing ever. minus Sandman. That was actually better than the TV show, the audio tape ones. But
I got to tell you, when Kevin first came on, he was pimping tough, and it was like, so wait a minute, so you have a cat, an alley cat, who does who boozes, lives up the life, and yet he fights crime. If I would read, I would probably read it. 'Cause it just sounds very it's just out there. It's different. We try to support our friends here with the independent and stuff like that. So later on, we'll tell you. Kevin will remind you again how to get it. Well, actually, you can just say it now, Kevin. So if somebody's like, "I want Poop Finger," I want to read that. What do they got to do?
Those are different pieces of advice. How to get Poop Finger and how to get that comic.
Yeah. So you can go to kevindelgadoexclusives.bigcartel.com, or you're going to be able to get it on my Whatnot page when once the book comes. I'll load them up in the bin. But first and foremost, I got to fulfill all my pledges for the Kickstarter backers. So once that's done, then I'm going to put the book out. But it will be this month, and if you want to pre-buy it right now, you can, and they will ship within the next 2 weeks.
So what is it again, Kevin?
It's kevindelgadoexclusives.bigcartel.com.
Exclusives.
You too can have your own poop finger from the comfort of your own home if you like.
That's right.
Kevin Delgado
Poop
exclusive.
Finger instructions. Please DM Caesar.
Big Cartel.
Yeah.
BigCartel.com. All right.
And then I'm active on Whatnot. It's the Kevin Delgado, or the Kevin Delgado and Whatnot.
All right. So let's put the.
Yeah, Kevin, the last time I saw you on this show, you were showing us your amazing Exquisite Corpses cover. That was off the chain. This is undoubtedly right in that same avenue. It's going to be amazing. So
There should be another one on the way.
that's a great series too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. The first the cover I did for issue 1 was huge, and then the most recent one we did that blew away my expectations. But yeah, a lot of people love that cover.
Well, look at that. I just had it and then I deleted it. I'm such a fucking idiot. I swear, sometimes being a host isn't easy, people. You got to juggle quite a few things here. But I'll get it back up. There he is. All right. There's so much I want to talk about. I think the new Supergirl trailer came out.
That's what I wanted to bring up
Oh,
next,
hell yeah.
man.
The Street Fighter trailer came out.
The
Oh,
Street Fighter trailer
on.
came out.
We got
Okay.
Doomsday. We got Doomsday Avengers coming out.
So I tell you what.
Leaks.
Let's hit the trailers first because we already know about the other stuff and we'll get to it. If we get to it, you know how we roll here. If we get to shit, we get to shit. If we don't, we don't.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see Crypto on the big screen again. That's for damn sure. My boy Crypto.
Lobo, baby, Lobo.
Yes, Lobo.
All right. So I'm going to go around the horn here, and I just want a thumbs up or a thumbs down from each and every single one of you. Then we'll get into it. But I'm going to go to every single one to kind of get this going. I'm going to start with you, Kevin. Did you see the trailer, Kev?
Which one?
The Superman. Supergirl.
Yeah, I think I've seen them all.
Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down, based on what you saw in the teaser. Up or down?
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay.
I like Superman.
Obviously, Dan, because he's giddy for that ass.
I'm giving it a big poop thumbs up.
Oh, are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm closer to up than down because Lobo looked badass. I'm still not sold on the portrayal of Supergirl and the way she's doing it yet until I see it in larger.
That's more than an up and down. Son of a bitch. Just listen to the instructions.
Slightly more up.
Pumps. Up or down.
I've seen it. It looks really good. It looks like they're actually going to source the material from the book, which I loved. It's going to be, I think it's going to be good. But yeah, I'm curious about how Supergirl's going to play out. But either way, thumbs up.
Okay. Sam?
Caesar, we better be able to expound on this a little bit. I guess.
Wait, hold on. We will. Frank?
Me too.
I'm giving it a thumbs up, and I'm gonna just keep this short and sweet. I'm a father of girls and all that, but when it comes to these ladies standalone projects, I'm always the first guy out the fucking door. I'm actually really excited for this movie. It looks like it's gonna be fun and entertaining for everyone.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with because I saw it. I personally think it's gonna be better than Superman, just based on the teaser. Only because it seems like I'm going to quote my wife. Superman's a little bit of a pussy in the movie, and this one looks like she doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't.
I think that fans are going to put Superman on this super high pedestal, whereas Supergirl is going to be the guardian. Maybe not the Guardians of the Galaxy project for.
It has that. It has those vibes though.
It did when she's in the bar and she's out in space and stuff. I had nothing but Star Wars, Guardian of the Galaxy vibe to it. And again, it's kind of like a character that you can't mess up for me because I don't really want it, but I'm here for it. I'm down. I can't wait to have Crypto back. Like I said earlier, he's gonna be the best.
I think some of the stuff that we wanted from Superman, like letting loose and showing like the power of what you can do. Also, like she's in space. Everyone she's fighting against can handle her like going all out.
Yeah.
Well,
she's gonna have to be a badass.
All right,
I'm just gonna say there's gonna be a couple sets of fans coming to see this. To Frank's point, there's going to be the ones coming that are going to be like, I want to see a strong female hero, and I want to see how it gets represented by a big mainstream company like DC, right? There's going to be those people that are going to love this story, and I'm one of them. One of my top 10 all-time best stories, and they're going to want to see how it's interpreted on the big screen. I think they're at an advantage when they're making this movie because Tom King's story is off the chain.
100%.
Amazing. But my only thing is I got the vibes watching the trailer. I'm not shitting on it because I'm going to go see it probably twice at least. I got the vibes because they were really leaning into the alcohol part of it. Like, oh, I'm this drunk. Even at the end of Superman, they did it. Oh, I'm this hey, cuz, and like they made her all drunk, and that's like this much of that story. And
Right.
they think that's like they think that's catchy. Like, oh look, they're gonna show this edgy drunk chick and she's gonna be a badass. Let's get everybody in the theater. And that's not what you should be doing. So I'm worried about that because I got the vibe of that Captain Marvel movie with Brie Larson, where they're playing like No Doubt in the background and they're all fighting on the spaceship with the Flurkin and all that shit. And I'm like, please don't do that. Just make this movie, stick to the material. It will sell itself. That's all you gotta do.
Well, I have a question, and this is to, and I'm going to probably go to you, Dan. I read that book, but can you give me kind of like a?
No, he didn't.
I thought you said you read
sort
that book. I was like, oh
no,
dear God.
I read that book, but it's been so long ago. Can you give me a refresher of what that book is about?
He didn't read shit. He didn't even read the title, man.
Listen, I'll keep it simple. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Long story short, this girl named Ruthie is out for vengeance for her father who was murdered. She finds Supergirl, who agrees to go on the mission with Ruthie to help her get the vengeance she seeks. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
But from there, it is beautiful. And I'm going to tell you the other thing too, which I'm worried about for the movie. Bilquis Evely's art projected it to another universe.
Right.
I mean, the story itself was good. Like, sometimes you have a good story. Like a lot of the Sandman shit, great story. The art was like, meh. Sometimes you've got great art and the story lacks, and you're like, okay, the art still carried it, right? This was on all cylinders: art, story, colors. Like it was amazing. So that's going to be something that this movie has to kind of hurdle over because this is going to leave big shoes to fill.
So just the word revenge, or I'm in. I'm one of those revenge nuts. I don't give a fuck if it's a squirrel having revenge on neighbors. I'm in. I'm already in. But with that synopsis, I'm already thinking more violent than. And what's this coming in at? PG-13?
Yeah, dude. Of course.
Yeah, so it's kind of like if you ever seen the movie True Grit, it's kind of like a play off of that. And from that context, I hope the movie succeeds. One, because I like James Gunn, I like this universe they're building, I like Peacemaker. I think if there's going to be a producer, director to kind of and writer to kind of put it all together, it's Gunn, and he's doing a great job. But I want it to succeed more or less because I want to see an adaptation of Tom King's Mr. Miracle.
Ooh.
And I think if you get
Oh
Supergirl
my
to
gosh,
work,
what a great series.
come on, bring that to the big screen. And they were doing that too. They were developing a New Gods film, and it was supposed to be an adaptation of that before Warner Brothers got bought out the last time. What's that?
Imagine Netflix doing that as a series.
Series. Series would be sick, actually.
It would be great.
Yeah, it would be epic. I just so want to see that. So I want Supergirl to succeed so I can get that.
I would love, and see, that's the thing, is that with this new Gunn series, I want to see more. Superman kind of left me a little underwhelmed, and I want to see, right? This new Green Lantern show is coming. I want to see, and I want to see them push the limits a little bit. And I'm kind of hoping that I leave the theater with Supergirl going like, because the first thing you're gonna do is you are gonna compare it to Superman. You're gonna compare it.
You mean push it to the limits, like it being darker?
Yeah, just a little darker and not so the fucking baby metamorpho and that bullshit. That kind of had me like, oh, come on, man. I want a little more. It's okay to go a little darker. I'm fine with that. We're in a society where they
gotta find a medium, because we had dark DC. It's left in the dust now. So now they're trying another avenue. They saw what was working for Marvel, them being playful, colorful, funny, and that was working for them. I mean, that's what made James Gunn so successful, was his Guardians of the Galaxy, the baby Groots, and shit like that. Adding a little bit of dark and a little bit of humor to everything. You got Drax, this, freaking crazy ass looking dude, but he's the funniest one on the team. So it's like,
it's comics. There needs to be a balance.
There has to be a balance.
I think the problem with the Superman film is James Gunn was trying too hard to put the Guardians of the Galaxy template on it when everybody knows
build the
Superman.
world.
They were trying to introduce these other characters, this Justice League, whatever, and these characters that aren't normally, in view. That's how he kind of installed the Guardians of the Galaxy template, and it didn't really fit. And I think with Supergirl, they already have a structured thing that Tom King already wrote out. And if they stick to that outline of that storyline, it's going to be good. It won't be. Yeah. I don't think it's going to stay gritty. I think it will be hopefully visually stunning and a story that's well told, and that's what I think I'm expecting from it. Probably what Dan's expecting from it too.
Yeah, I think from a story writing perspective, though, you need to have a supportive cast if it's not going to be an origin film. So that's kind of why they had the Justice Gang or whatever.
Oh,
it's because you need comedy, you need whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just have Superman the entire time. You're not telling his backstory. It's right now. You need that extra element to kind of like fill in the gap.
Why I think Supergirl is going to be, again, a lot more successful than Superman, again, was the fact that we all put the Superman movie on a pedestal. Our first James Gunn, our first DCU. Right. Supergirl, we don't have as much money invested in her, so we can go in that kind of open-minded, just enjoy it. It's we're kind of already now in this universe. And on top of that, Superman, I don't know about you guys, but I had no idea who the villain was going to be for Superman. I think we're all excited that we're going to get this Jason Momoa as Lobo, somebody who we've been waiting for since forever. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but
Lobo's not the villain.
Well, he's gonna be in it. He's involved somewhere. I don't need him.
He's not gonna be.
Who is the villain? Who did they leak in the villain of this movie?
I don't want to spoil it because you're gonna have to
watch. Don't spoil it.
Okay, so they are gonna go. Hold on.
I will say
you're assuming they are going with somebody based on the book, obviously, right?
They have to. I mean, the whole story, this whole thing is about that book, that 8-issue run. But I will say this: the nice thing about I will say this: I love the character Superman. And earlier we said, I think you said it, Caesar, where DC keys are going to begin to take off. I agree with you. I think there's kind of like a renaissance happening with DC right now, and I think it's a lot to do with these writers. But I mean, Tom Taylor's Nightwing run. Tom King is killing it with his. I mean, it's just you pick a writer right now, it's killing it in DC. But the nice thing about, I don't think that Superman resonates with as many people nowadays, especially younger crowds. And this is messed up to say, because he don't kill. He doesn't kill. Supergirl will. I mean, she will. So I'm not saying that's the only thing, but I think people are like, I mean, how do you have all these fights and nobody gets killed? I mean, come on. I mean, it's not that it's realistic because it's comics, but still, I mean, it's a little bit. You can't keep getting in fights and not and letting just go all the time and seeing.
And that's why even just in the teaser, I mean, she's swinging shit around and knocking people left and right, and that already kind of drew me in. Like, finally, someone's doing something. I mean, and they're not. She's not even a bad guy. So
I think it's a compelling character trait for Superman not to kill.
The thing that
definitely is something that is endearing to.
I mean, that was the whole. Those were the standout moments of the Superman movie.
Yeah, everyone. I'm saying it's just. I don't think it resonates.
There's a thing that we're all leaving out of here. We love these comics. We're into them. There are dark series, and there are series that are much lighter. You have Batman, which is a darker series, especially after the 90s, a much darker series than maybe it originally was, or than Superman is, or other ones. You've got Marvel, Daredevil, and Punisher are much darker, more gritty series. If you actually approach the films and things that way, I hated Man of Steel because it was so not Superman. Forget all the other issues that I felt were in the movie, but it was so not Superman. I don't like Superman as a character in general. I didn't hate this movie. The one that just came out, I actually was like, you know what? It wasn't bad because I felt like it was true to the character. There were things that annoyed me, of course, but it felt right. Now, the question is when you can meld those things together and have, like, when you had Matt Murdock show up in No Way Home, it was quick and whatever, but you had a gritty character show up in there and it felt right. It didn't feel like you're trying to mix this dark and light and you don't know where they go. It felt like it was done properly there.
A good cameo.
Brief interaction. Exactly. It had humor, but it didn't take away from what we know of Matt Murdock and how he carries himself and presents himself.
I'm the opposite. I like Man of Steel more than I like this last Superman.
I'm with you, Caesar. I'm with you, Caesar.
I thought Henry Cavill's Superman's. I thought they were boring as shit. I thought it was just him wandering off for like an hour and a half, and then at the end there was like a 30-minute fight scene, and then I was left to say like, oh, okay, that was your Superman movie. You know, there was.
How dare you?
Just Clark Kent lost in the world, and then just.
So
while he didn't actually kill anyone himself, he killed half of Metropolis in that fight and didn't care less about it, which didn't make any sense.
He killed that semi by sticking it through some telephone poles. I'll tell you that much.
Right. Well, listen, that was impressive. All right, that was impressive.
Awesome.
Listen, so when is this coming out?
Summer.
I think June.
Yeah, I thought it was June 2026.
What is June? Summer.
Yeah, because that's what I remember. I remember it kind of coming out around when Superman came out last year.
So now all the leak talk of Doomsday, which is coming around this time next year. There's been leak footage. People have seen the trailer, the teaser, as they call it. It's like a minute teaser. I've already heard some of the stuff that's going on. It's no big deal. I mean, obviously Cap is back and all that. So from what I understand, they're going to have a Captain America teaser, a Thor teaser, then the whole ensemble teaser as the third.
Yeah, but they're going to do it. They're going to show these teasers in the Avatar movie.
Yeah.
As a preview, and they're not going to show it like in different movies. You're going to have to go see Avatar like 4 or 5 fucking times. Honest to God, to get each of these teasers. Maybe you're going to see this one. Maybe you're going to see like. What is Marvel thinking? At least spread the love, show other movies.
You know what? You just gave me an idea.
Absolutely not.
I should have done that, Kevin. As a matter of fact, I should have showed one cover,
One figure.
and then next week show the other cover.
Yeah.
So you got to watch all my shows to see all the covers he sent.
But Dan, within what? Maybe about 2 or 3 weeks, if you go to YouTube, you can watch it all together anyways. It won't matter.
I know, but I'm just thinking like, listen, at least get people to go to the theater, see 4 different movies, buy 4 different popcorn buckets. Like you're making them go see Avatar 50 friggin' times. I mean, come on here.
No,
guess what? Like, you know what Palms called it? You go on YouTube in a few weeks.
Right. It's all.
No, I'm with you, Palms. I end up seeing it on Facebook or something. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is
right.
the thing. So now that we're hearing all the stuff and the teams. Are we just as excited for Doomsday, or are we still in that wait and see mode? Like, you know what? I'm gonna wait.
I'm excited.
Gonna wait to see what's going on.
I was always very excited. There was no. Are we still in the? Nope. I was
the
always
Russo brothers. I'm excited.
As soon as I heard the Russo brothers were back in, I was like, yes, okay.
Yeah, it's a given. Yeah.
Is there somebody here who's not as excited? Frank, I'm looking at you. Frank, are you
The teasers do nothing for me.
Out. Franz is like, huh?
My bad. What was the question? Am I here?
Yes, we can see you. I mean, you're like in the witness protection program.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
no, my shit's been breaking up.
You're interrupting him.
Hey, Franz, are you excited about the Doomsday coming out?
Come on, man. What kind of question is that? Of course.
Well, listen, because I'm just saying. I mean, there's probably some people like they're so marveled out that they're like,
if there's anybody out there that says they're not excited for Doomsday, I'll block them. You're done. I don't need to be associated with you. All right.
Now, let me tell you what my concern is. My concern is that we're going to be so hyped up for Doomsday, and we're putting it here, and it comes out, and it's like, well, it's like, oh, it's all right.
Well, at least we're not doing it like they did with Superman and Fantastic Four, like literally a week after the other one. I mean, that's a way to kill a franchise. Like, spread it out.
I mean, no, Caesar, I am with you on that. I am obviously excited, but very concerned. It's still going back to my original concerns where we're bringing Robert Downey Jr. out of the grave to play this role. So I am excited, but I'm a lot more excited to see what they actually end up doing with it. Because remember, I think I said I was like 80%, 75, 80%. I think it was 80% on board with this Doomsday project because of casting issues. So I'm there. I'm excited. I'm all MCU, DCU to the grave, but we're still left in the unknown as far as what's really going to happen.
Well, I tell you what, Chef, you're not excited because it has nothing to do with tacos, for one. That's why.
or goth cholos.
Or any kind of cholos, goth cholos, or anything like that. I want to go back to Supergirl real quick. What are the odds that they end up nerfing Lobo?
I think he's going to be in it.
No, totally against the character if they do.
He's gonna be in it for a cameo. He's not gonna.
Yeah,
be
I think it's a glorified cameo.
They cast the real life Lobo to play Lobo. They're not nerfing him.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
But are people going to go in going, oh, I can't wait to see Jason Momoa's Lobo?
But wait, you guys think that you think he's just going to be in for a quick cameo, or you think he's going to have a few scenes? But you think they're going to bring Jason Momoa full makeup just for a quick scene, just a quick cameo? No way.
No, I think they're going to write him into this story.
If I'm Jason Momoa, I'm going to tell them, I'm not going to put on all this fucking makeup. Come out to the studio just to be in one quick scene.
Yeah, but don't. It's like with Chris Evans, Franz. It's like with Chris Evans. Don't think. I mean, that one cameo, he's probably getting made mad pay anyway, and he probably signed some multi-movie deal with James Gunn. So it's probably a kickoff for what else is coming.
I think we're going to get a taste of Lobo and Supergirl, and then it's going to franchise out once everybody loves the character.
I bet you see. I wouldn't be surprised.
Blockbuster property.
Tom's. I bet you see Lobo in the Green Lantern series. I bet you he'll cameo in
that. Be awesome.
I'm saying, Lobo's going to be the DC version of Nick Fury. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everywhere, right?
I got a question for you guys. Going back to Doomsday though, if Robert Downey Jr. wasn't cast, who's your Doom?
What's his face? Mickelson.
Mads Mikkelsen. But he was the Caecilius.
No.
That's right.
He was
fucking Johnny Storm was fucking
Cillian Murphy.
You know,
Cillian Murphy
too.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That would be really good, Sam. That's a good call.
Peaky Blinders is the shit.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders is the shit.
I have no idea, man. I don't know actors' names and shit. So.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, if Johnny Storm
Murphy
could
played
be Captain America,
he's like, I don't know anybody's name.
Yeah, I don't know anybody's name. I don't know an actor or actress until they end up in a Marvel or DC movie. I'm like, I don't know who any of these.
What? Well,
Murphy was Scarecrow in the Dark Knight franchise.
Oh, I said he would have made a great Cletus Cassidy. I would have loved him as Carnage. I thought he would have been sick.
You mean that Woody Harrelson did nothing for you? And his bad wig. The god awful wig.
The Cletus Cassidy I would have wanted was who's the guy who played Rorschach?
Yeah.
Earl.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yes.
Earl Haley.
I always wanted him as Cletus.
He would have been nuts, dude.
Terrifying.
Yeah, because he was a terrifying. He was a terrifying Rorschach.
Yeah,
he is Rorschach. I don't think he was. I still think he's out there homeless somewhere with a mask that changes faces.
What's my favorite line in that movie? What did he say? I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. that's the best, man. Okay, so we talked about the Doomsday. We talked about the Supergirl. Since we're still talking about,
we should do an over/under bet on Lobo minutes. I bet you it's under 5 minutes.
All right,
under 5.
Wow, really?
I agree.
Yeah.
Now,
let's lock this in. I'm over 5.
Hold on. But because now I think Dan's playing the cards. Dan read the story, right?
I don't give a shit.
Not to spoil it for you. Lobo's not even in the story.
Yeah, Lobo's
not even in the story.
Lobo's not in the story. Okay, all right. So fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna start with Franz. More than 15?
No. He said 5. I'm not going 15. He said 5.
Wow.
I'll take him with the over 5 for sure.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going 15. I'm not going 15.
I already know what.
Remember, I live in Cleveland. We lose every time, so I'm going under 5. I can't win.
I'm from Miami, okay? Did you not watch the football yesterday? Holy crap.
That's funny. All right. All right. Frank says over. My little Habibi says,
Under.
5. Dorf, what are you saying? Under or over?
Yeah, as long as I don't have to say a number over, I'm going the over. And you can't talk about the Dolphins as all of our Miami teams. We got champions. Right?
We do got the this Saturday. We gotta lock in.
What do you say? Oh, bearded one.
Fucking Tua.
You know, I'm
bearded
thinking,
one? Hold on.
Oh, which one?
Yeah, I don't.
Me.
I'm sorry.
No, not you, Dorf, because he has hair, so he gets. He gets
Beard.
You got a head beard, Palms.
I'm kind of thinking the amount of scenes that Lobo's going to be in. I'm thinking he's probably going to be in at the very least maybe 4 to 5 scenes, because I think they're going to try to write him in a little bit more than people expect. The people that have actually read the story, no offense, Caesar. So I'm thinking over 5 based off of that.
Hey, listen, I'm reading tough stuff now because
he's reading for the pictures. He just.
I'm reading for that.
Finger.
I want to see that poop finger.
Ron, he saw one poop finger. I'm in.
I don't know, man.
He saw kitty cats and raccoons, and he was all about it.
You might have to send me a copy, Kevin, because I might actually read a poop finger. Now that I think about it.
He's not going to buy it. He wants you to send it to him.
It's all he's been waiting for. All his years of fandom in comics. It was that poop finger that will finally.
Yeah, Caesar's going to be hosting for us. Like,
I'm 53 years old, and so Caesar, what's the first comic you read? Well, there's this panel that got me reading. All right, so there it is. Where is it? I'm gonna see that. Hold on, I'm gonna see it again.
It's a little out
he's going to screenshot this thing. It's going to be his phone background.
Hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
Whoa.
Bro.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey.
Whoa!
My
I can't spoil it. You gotta pick it up, man.
I can't spoil it. It's too good.
Believe it or not, one time we think Garrett
That was
Gunn
on the screen longer than Lobo's going to be on the screen in the Supergirl movie.
What's the over?
That just
You know
convinced
what?
Caesar to start reading.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? We had Garrett Gunn on, and he showed some boobs, and I think we got taken down completely.
Oh.
On YouTube.
Well, you couldn't even tell if that was a male or female set of boobs.
I gotta be honest. I didn't know what it was. Kevin did a good job of concealing. Sam, what about you?
Those are eyeballs.
15 plus minutes on
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow.
screen. He's going to be an integral part of the
Bold
story.
strategy,
I
Cotton.
think.
Bold.
Wow.
Sorry, how much are we putting on this?
Pride.
I'm
How about
saying
you,
this many minutes. 8 minutes.
8 minutes, so over 5.
$1.
So wait.
I think it's going to be around 8 minutes.
Dan, are you the only one who's betting under 5 minutes?
I'm under 5. I'm going
You're
for
the
it.
only one.
Now I'm afraid to bet against Sam because that dude drives from Buffalo and then drives back in the same day. He's crazy. So
I
he
did
might
just to see your beautiful face
I
live.
love you.
Oh.
I tell you what. How weird is it going to be that we're all going to be in theaters and we're all going to be thinking about Dan?
I'm gonna have my
Stopwatch.
stopwatch going.
That stopwatch.
Yeah.
We're getting
Clock it.
on our phone, and the
Yeah.
shadow comes in, clock. And then how many of us are all gonna text Dan and it's exactly at 5:01?
Yep.
You owe me pride, Dan. You owe me pride.
It's all right. You're gonna hear one. If it goes to 5 minutes and 1 second, you're gonna hear in the middle of a Supergirl movie, fuck! Like
Shit.
Shit. That's all you're gonna hear. That's funny.
Listen, this just made me more excited for the movie to come out. Just putting a wager on this.
You know what? That's our next big idea. We're just gonna start doing superhero movie bets.
That's how we can pump some excitement out there, man.
Nothing's gonna make me,
on the
nothing's
menu
gonna make
every
me
Tuesday.
happier. Nothing's gonna make me
Fan rule.
see Dan wrong.
It wouldn't be the first time. I'm also curious. We should start creating a side bet on what the Supergirl movie popcorn bucket's going to be like.
Oh
I'm
god.
intrigued.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
better not be like the
It'll be another
Wolverine one.
crypto bucket.
It
it
better
can't
not
be
be
the
like the
Wolverine.
Dune one is
One of
right,
them.
Franz.
If it's the Wolverine one, there's a lot of sick puppies out here who are getting more than one popcorn bucket. Oh my god, look at Sam.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's fucked up. I tell you what, man. So why don't we? I want to ask you guys a question. And we've asked this question before on the show, and you kind of torched it a little bit there, Kevin. If you had your druthers right now to have Gunn do a DC character, would it be Mr. Miracle?
Oh yeah, adapt the 2017 Mr. Miracle series.
Yes.
It's a love
Yes.
story. I love Mr. Miracle. I love Bardo. Love Darkseid. It's fucking great.
Amazing. Didn't it win an Eisner?
Probably. It
I think it
deserves
did.
to.
Don't you
Yeah.
love a story that you feel good leaving?
I don't know about that because there's like a suicide element to it too.
Yes.
And I don't like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will never see the run of Green Lantern that I would love to see on screen, which is when he comes back to the destroyed Coast City and then goes off his rocker and just takes out the core. And then we have the intro of Kyle Rayner.
Dora,
Parallax and everything. Give me
you
it.
were talking to me about that
Give me it.
storyline, man.
Yo.
So
Yeah,
then
you know what?
you're-
Netflix animated. Give that to me, and I'd be happy.
Any version of that in
Anything.
carried out motion. That's
Like,
what I
give me
want.
everything. Give me all
yeah.
the way back to like, give me some Hal Specter, and then the Redemption,
Oh, yeah.
then all the way to Blackest Night. Just
I before we continue, hey Brian, Dale's doing good. He's out of the hospital. He's recovering, and he should be back to work next week. Yeah, he's been out of work for a week, and he's doing good now. He's doing better, so he's doing good, man. Thank you for asking, Brian.
I didn't even know that.
Okay, so Dorf, you're saying Green Lantern, right? Would be that specific Green Lantern.
Specifically that Green Lantern piece, but then here's the thing about Green Lantern, which no one, unless you're a Green Lantern fan, actually reads them and knows. The best DC stories, especially when you're talking about how it affects the global DC universe, are all based in the Green Lantern storylines. And if you put those on screen, you're going to get the best samples of the other characters and the most in-depth character, amazing stuff.
You're very lucky. You're lucky Ish isn't here because you would say nobody reads Green Lantern. That's why they
I would. Yeah, it's okay. I argue with Ish all the time about it.
Every word.
Green Lantern is still one of my favorite movies.
Long-term story arc ever.
Oh, that's right. Frank actually liked the Green Lantern.
He did.
Not liked, still liked.
Loved.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
He's a little sick in the head.
I
Palms, what would
love
be your
Green
character?
Lantern. That movie, that excuse for Parallax. The one saving grace for that movie was the perfect. Hold on, the casting of Sinestro was absolutely perfect.
Sinestro was
without
they
fail.
had it. They had it right there. Anyways,
by the way, that actor could have been a badass Doom.
They really, I mean, dude, that was the closest rendition that we could have gotten to a live action Green Lantern. I will take it. It was fun. It was fun.
That should be a whole stream defending Green Lantern.
Let me hold on. Back to your thing earlier. The actor who was Sinestro could be a badass Doom also.
Okay.
Mark Strong.
Mark Strong could absolutely.
He looked like
sorry, I
he
didn't know how
was
you
played by
would
a
know
French
his name.
dude. Sinestro looked like a French dude.
Palms, your character.
Well, I have an idea, something that could bring in a lot of one thing to introduce a bunch of different things to people that don't know certain characters. I want to see a Justice League Dark, and that way you can get characters like Swamp Thing and Zatanna and Dr. Fate, all those magical parts of the DC universe that people don't know that really enjoy the movies and don't read comics. Plus, you can kind of wedge in House of Secrets. You can wedge in House of Mystery. You can edge in all that DC horror with it too. I think that would be so badass. Even if they made it into like an ongoing kind of darker horror style series,
Dude.
I think that would be so badass.
Yes.
Yeah,
Make
that would
make
be
Arcane
that would
the
be a
make
Netflix.
Arcane the baddie. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
So you're
So
saying you
you-
don't think they should introduce
Send it.
Zatanna in Hawkman?
I'm all about it. Oh,
Sorry, that's her first appearance, and I'll never give that up. Such
Yeah.
a
that book
wasted
would be
series to
nuclear
throw
if
her
she
in
was on
there.
the cover.
So
That would be
so
insane.
so you still want the old Detective Chimp? Bring in Detective Chimp in there.
I like
is that
Detective
what you're
Chimp.
saying there? Yeah, like Detective Chimp.
I'm sure
What
he's
about
like-
in there either way.
Etrigan
What about-
and Clary on the
what
Witch
about
Boy.
you?
Like, give me all of it.
Oh yeah.
what about you,
100%.
Sam? What about you, Sam?
Me?
Yeah.
There's
I should
one
propose.
character that I think I would love to see James Gunn specifically take on, and that is Plastic Man.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That would be cool.
The amount of like humor, but also dark humor, but
Like
crime
Deadpool.
element to it. Like he's such an amazing character. They've done so many different iterations of him throughout his history, like debuting in Police Comics all the way back, back when, and then they reinvented him in that era, and then they reintroduced him in like The Brave and the Bold, and then in most recent times it's been like involved in the Justice League, and Batman claims that he is like one of the most powerful metahumans ever,
Right.
right? And
Plastic
they
Man is
explored
OP.
that, and they were amazing.
He can
But
do a lot.
exactly, but to take just his character and have Gunn play around with it, I think it's tailor made for him.
So my question to you, Frank, and who do you have? That's who would you do?
Who would I do? Oh
Yeah.
man. My favorite JLA character growing up, we got a little bit of him. We got a freaking huge tease of him in the Justice League movie, would have been a Martian Manhunter.
Oh yeah,
I really would have loved the Martian Manhunter movie. I mean, however you want to bring him in. I don't know how they would play a movie. I don't know how strong his fan base is. He's a little bit outworldy, and I don't know if we're there yet for him. But we were getting so close that we got him in, and I think it was Snyder cut, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got
it was a
Martian
Snyder cut.
Manhunter.
Yeah, he didn't even
So-
come out in the actual theatrical release.
No,
You know
that's why
Dan,
I'm watching Snyder cut, and I'm like, dude, was I out of it when I first watched? Like, I don't remember Martian Manhunter at all in this movie.
You know,
And anyways, I got really excited about it, but
we've said this before, and I hope that like if Netflix gets it, they take it and do something different when it comes to introducing and exploring characters. Like Ish and I always talked about the fact, like, wouldn't you love for there to be a Marvel Tales show where it's like 1 hour, anywhere from half hour to 1 hour, single stories, and you might get introduced to the wildest characters across the Marvel universe. For DC, they should do Showcase,
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
and it would
Yeah,
just be
so
amazing.
so funny
It
you
would be
say
like a
so funny you say that.
yeah.
My list, I have two, and one of them is Spectre. I'd like to see a full length of the Spectre, and the other one is the Demon.
Oh yeah.
The
Love the
whole-
Demon.
You know, the whole transitioning and that torture soul that he's. I would, there's so much that they can do.
Dude,
but
House of Mystery should just be a anthology series
I
full
mean,
of
I'm-
like dark DC characters.
one of the
Me- Killer.
the movies coming out that I'm looking forward to the
Yeah, Iron.
most out of everything that's listed is the Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
I really want to see what they do with Swamp Thing. I
Yes.
really hope it's a little darker, it's a little grittier. I don't want the ha-has, because my other idea was Hawkman. I would like to see a straight up just a Hawkman, the
Yo.
lore and
Yeah,
all
Caesar,
that.
I wish
If
you
they made,
read, though,
Hawkman
man,
off of
because
Jeff Johns' run, that would be nice.
I wish you read because the amount of dark Swamp Thing series that have been put out over the past 10 years has been amazing.
Green
It
Hell.
doesn't have
have
a
you read
movie.
that?
Green
Witch-
Hell.
Witch special.
yo,
Yeah.
guys,
Oh,
hear
yeah,
me
dude.
out. What
They're
if
all
what if
so good.
what if Netflix picks up Warner Bros. And they were to pick up an idea, right? Like, I mean, they're building comic book movies for the fan base and obviously for other people. But what if they did something like that, where they did like a census, a vote on who their next project should be, who
So-
they want in future movies, et cetera,
Yeah,
and they just
with
let
that
you're
the
opening up
community
way too
vote
are
for
much.
going to have
something
a
like that.
depth of really.
I mean, I know that's giving a lot of power to the people.
Frank, what happens when they pick a
But
character that they don't
how
have
fool
anyone who
would
has
that
a
be if they
grasp,
made
Anyone that has a what?
that has a grasp of it?
some
Like, if
True.
you don't have a guy who knows the product, who knows the
sort of
character, knows the
interactive
source
program for
material,
that?
Oh, he's
Here's what you
lagging.
do. You set up the
Am I
universe
lying?
Gun's doing
You're
now.
lagging.
yeah.
You do Elseworlds, and eventually it leads to
Elseworld.
a Kingdom Come
Give me a red sun.
series.
Oh, Kingdom Come would be
Kingdom
amazing.
Come,
Kingdom
Red
Come.
Sun,
Oh, you just took my thunder. God damn it.
Vampire
You know what?
Batman, like Red Rain.
I would love to see
Give me it
Gunn.
all.
I would love to see Gunn tackle a very complex character, say like Lobo, but do it in an upcoming movie in under 5 minutes. Like, try to tackle that.
They're gonna
So-
add a Warlock.
So, well, that being said, Dan, I was going to come to you next, and you have under 5 minutes.
I don't even need that. Somebody said Kingdom Come. It wasn't a character, but I would love to see someone take a Kingdom Come movie and try to make that happen. However, I agree with what Sam said. I would love to see, like, you talk about like a showcase series where every episode is a different thing. I would love to see something like Question and Huntress, like in an episode, like solving like street level crime, or like, you know, something about Black Canary, or you
Like
know,
a Hawk and Dove. Give me
or
some
Hawk and
weird
Dove.
shit.
Yeah, to me that would be. You could even do something with Swamp Thing, like go and do that, you know, and like I would love to see something like that where you don't have to commit to a particular character for a whole season. You get everything. You tune in because it's always something new. That would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it is very cool because it's such a cool concept. The same way I thought the way they did Werewolf by Night as a one shot, and I loved it so much that if they did a Silver Surfer as a one shot, they did a Ghost Rider as a one shot.
Yeah.
You know, just these quick little vignettes of these cool characters, and just to get that temperature, if people like it, right? People like the Werewolf by Night, they're going to make another one, right? They might even make a series out of it. But you make those one shots as that temperature gauge to see if people are like, oh my gosh, that was fantastic. We need more. But
Yep.
if people aren't very receptive to it, you're like, hey, we tried. There's no audience there. Let's go with something else, right? So I think there's so many opportunities, but I love the showcase idea.
Yeah.
You know, they
That'd
did.
be great.
People already forgot. One of my favorite shows at the time was Doom Patrol because it was so out there. It was so goofy and weird, but it was cool because Doom Patrol. I mean,
Here's the challenge you have with what you're talking about, though. What was so great about Jessica Jones and those series when they first made them, they were characters that were lesser known. They're what you're talking about. But you have to introduce them. You have to develop them so people can know and be intrigued by the character. What length are you talking about these one-offs being that you're going to get someone there where you're going to get introduced to the character and have a story that actually plays it all out?
Look what they did with Werewolf by Night. They barely introduced the guy at all.
They didn't get, but they did. That's the thing. They
Oh,
didn't give
I
you
loved
any
it.
real. So unless you're like, how many people that were not comic people watched that series and were like, or watched that show and was like, that was awesome. It was only us comic folk that did.
I think you
That's
might
also-
be able to do, like, depending on the character, like you do a Robin episode, you don't need any backstory. You could dive right in. Like,
they know
but-
Robin.
Yeah,
Robin's
but
been
I think
introduced
that's the
and-
power of it. You might need some more like, you know, origin
Or-
story type
or
issue
you could
like
do-
in our shows, and then some that are just like you already know this person. They could even
do
be
each
villain
series-
based.
You could do each season like an anthology. So
Yeah.
like you were saying, like Justice League Dark, like it could be, you know, Constantine assembling the team, and every episode they get a new character that joins it.
Oh my god, I would love that.
I love
Kind of like Creature Commandos a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, as a matter of fact, I'm a big fan of anthology. I'm a big fan of the A-Team syndrome. They go from fucking town to town. They solve pop mom and pop store getting run out by the gangsters, and you know I like that. I like the different scenarios that they have to do every single week. I'm not a big fan of the long game of the same background bullshit week after week. I want a different show with different cases every single time.
Yeah,
I-
Marvel
I-
showed
I-
that the long form doesn't work. You know,
The A-Team did have that initial introduction before it went to that single episodic case solution each time. The plan
All right,
has
so
to
give
come
me-
together
so-
somewhere.
All right, so give me a couple, and then go on. You know, I'm okay with that. But there's something about, what's going to happen this week, right? And then they introduce a new character. You're like, holy shit! They brought in, fucking Black Canary, or they brought in Orchid, or whatever it is. You're like, wow,
That's
I
what
wasn't
the
expecting
early Smallville stuff did exactly that.
oh,
It
I love
was the main
Smallville.
characters, and then
So
all of a
good.
sudden you would have Green Lantern, Oliver Queen would show up in a few episodes. You had Aquaman show up. You had Flash show up. They weren't regulars, but you had that introduction to them, and then that was it. And if they liked them, they brought them back.
Well,
Here and there.
that's why I kind of liked Titans for a while there, right? Because they
Titans was
did the
great.
whole they did the whole Hawk and Dove it was kind of cool. You weren't
They did
expecting
Hawk,
that.
that's for sure.
So that was kind of I like that shit. Some of the stuff works, and for some reason it works when you have the people creating it who are loving the characters, who are into comics. It's proving that people who just got into comic or started reading that book, they started doing the movie, and they're like, it's not that good. But when you have someone like James Gunn, for example, who is a comic book nerd, in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, let's be honest, it thrived.
I'm just saying that the Gunverse better continue to get better, because they basically killed the one IP that I wanted to see more than anything else, and that was Batman Beyond.
Oh, that would have been so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Such a
agree
good
with Tree
thing.
City Comics. This guy's an idiot. He says something about Cinemax, because he wants it to be all nude. That's why he said Cinemax.
That's why he said After Dark.
Yeah, he needs to get the brown finger. I mean, that's what he's trying.
We're already
what he's
there.
trying to
Yeah.
get at, really. I mean,
I'm looking around. I'm looking around my room, and I'm going, there's so many cool characters they could do, but yet they rehash the same shit over and over and over again. I think it's
And
time.
you got to make $1 million out of the gate to justify the spend, or you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, that's the other problem.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like when Kevin said Mr. Miracle, I'm like, because I like that concept, even though I never read the King version of it, but
Or any version of it.
Nicholas.
I love the idea of, because he's a magician, right? But he also has powers as well, right, Mr. Miracle?
He's a new
He's an
god.
escape artist.
He's a new god. He's a escape artist, but he's an immortal. That's right? Isn't he immortal?
Well, he's a new god, but his ability is to get out of any predicament that he's in, right?
Mhm.
So that's what makes it complex, because the predicament is ultimately he wants to escape life.
Because he's an immortal.
What's that?
Because he's an immortal.
I guess. I mean, yeah.
All these movies, right? The guys who are immortal, all they want to do is die. Because they're so tired. All they want to do is just find death, stuff like that. So it's one of those things. Well, that's very cool, man. I always like doing the what if, right? Hell, What If is a good example.
That would be a great anthology series.
What If was fun because you had something different every single time.
But What If would work because What If plays on the characters in a completely different scenario.
Yeah.
Would What If work if it was a real live action?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Depends on which. Some of the stories would be really hard to adapt to live action.
But Dan's already saying no.
A corporate sign-off production is not going to approve of that because it's confusing to the audience, and that's how they see it. Because if you don't dumb it down and make it streamlined enough, like no production company is going to foot the bill on something like that. I don't know if you've noticed this, but movies are so homologous. Like it's the same structure every time. Like how many superhero movies ends with the main character fighting another character that has the same exact power set, skill set as them. Even Superman, he fought himself at the end. Like, it was so dumb. That was the one thing I didn't like about that movie.
Yeah, I
Thor,
agree.
you know what I mean? Black Panther, like
I didn't like the
Winter Soldier.
Contra
They're
cheat
always
code.
like the
Morbius.
same
Yeah,
exact.
but I didn't like the Contra cheat code battle where like A1, A5, B2. I was like, what?
That drove you crazy, didn't it? Yeah.
It's the
I
worst
kind of
part.
like that.
dumb.
Actually, I just didn't like that he fought himself. You know, it was like, oh, you're fighting Ultraman. It's him, and like, I'm
but they
tired
had-
of seeing the same trope.
But they have to set it up for Bizarro.
They're not bringing back Bizarro. Bizarro
Hey,
come back on Creature Commandos.
So long hair Superman
Set up
went
Bizarro.
off into space, and he's going to come back and me, Bizarro, hate Superman. You know, doing that kind of talk. So I don't know, man. I think it's fun to speculate and all that shit. But so let's move on because we're already. I already know that we're going to start going.
It's okay. Disney
So-
invested in enough AI that they'll just be able to use everyone's likeness anyways.
So
No,
Do
Disney.
live action
Now,
content.
I gotta tell you guys. This AI shit is getting, and it's just the fucking tip of the iceberg. This AI stuff is getting out of control. I am doing double takes and going, wait a minute, is that real? Is that AI? You
All
know,
these pro AI people, be careful what you're asking for.
Mhm.
I'm
Be careful
telling
what you're
you,
asking for.
I just saw a Star Wars scene that you're going, if to the untrained eye, they're thinking that's like a deleted scene in Star Wars.
Well, there was trending on Twitter right now, or on X, or whatever it is a leaked Spider-Man trailer, and I'm pretty sure that that's AI.
Oh, the cartoon one.
No,
Jeff-
live action
Oh, well.
for
For
this
the-
next
for the-
movie.
Supposedly,
new
it's a
one.
brand new day trailer that was leaked. That it was
Yeah.
sent to some people as a pre-production thing to whatever, and it's supposedly out there. It's the same like they've leaked some of the Doomsday stuff. Also, I'm going to see Avatar
But-
on Sunday morning. I have my ticket. I'll see what I see then.
Yeah.
Hey, are you
I-
going to Avatar to see the trailer or to see Avatar?
No, my daughter is really
That was-
into it, so I'm taking her to see it.
The tone had so much judgment in it.
In other words, Frank was asking, "Hey man, do you have money to burn? We're just wondering, man."
I have a Regal Unlimited subscription. I can see as
Right.
many movies as I
Yeah.
want for one $1.
Oh, all right,
Excuse
all right.
me, Your Highness.
He's
So-
he's keeping the movie theaters open, man. So you
It's
Yeah.
$27 a month. I'm actually the reason they're closed.
He's
Door
doing more
for
than you are,
Take advantage
Caesar.
of that.
But I did read that Marvel that they're getting very hard on leaks, and they're going after the ones who do the leak. That I did read that they're hitting. If anyone starts leaking any bigger stuff, they're gonna go. I mean, they're gonna go hardcore on them. So, and which is a good thing. Enough of these fucking leaks. I could just wait for the movie to come
Look,
out.
they did a great
next
job
year.
with Deadpool Wolverine. They did a great job of keeping
They
things.
did a horrible job.
No, there were so many fake leaks at the
Yeah.
same time as some of
Yeah.
the real ones. So you
I
didn't know
know,
what was
but
really going to be. With
they
No Way
played-
Home, everyone knew. No Way
That
Home, we
was
knew they
bad.
were all
I felt
going to be.
I felt like Deadpool. I was hearing rumors forever and trailers.
Yes, but you were
They
hearing
even
fake
played a trailer of the movie while I was watching
But-
the movie. I'm like, this
but-
is too much.
Frank, you heard so many fake rumors at the same
Yeah,
exact
yeah.
time
There
as the
were a
real
bunch
one.
of things.
So it threw you off because you didn't know what was what.
Yeah.
So,
No
so
Way
now
Home, we all knew the big reveal. It was still amazing to see, but we all knew it was coming.
So is this whole Disney thing now with AI? Are they basically, well, if you can't beat them, join them kind of mentality, right? Like
You gotta be, man. Actually, Disney
Yeah.
should be the one creating the trends, not following.
it's going to happen anyway, so you might as well dump money in this thing and get some stuff out
Hell
of it.
yeah, get money out of it,
If
man.
they combine AI with technology they have that they do to film The Mandalorian, like they can do whatever they want, basically.
They don't
Here's
even
the
need to
other
hire actors any longer, really, man. They
Well, you should have actors because you're going to
Well,
need
yeah.
consistency. But like
You don't-
I say that with the technology they have for The Mandalorian because it's a film set. It's a 360-degree film set, and they project everything around them.
Right.
So when you go in there, it's you're in that world, and then they just film that. So once you put AI in there and you can, construct whatever you want, it's game over. I mean, you don't have a production budget anymore. You're paying, a handful of developers to create the world for you. Here's the other side to that is what happens when people outside the movie studios are able to do the same thing. What if I can make a Tough Stuff movie? Not that I would, but what if I could make it all with AI and I could make it on the same quality, same level as a film? Why would you go to the movies anymore when you can, I can put that shit on Tubi or whatever, you know what I mean? And then it's just a game of marketing. And then I'm going to be opposing, the multi-billion-dollar studios, or someone's going to do it. If I don't do it, someone else is going to do it, because that's the whole thing.
Yeah, but
you kind of have to
Well,
short
yeah.
it.
I mean, think about all of the things that are, what is it? All the previously copyrighted written stuff that's available now. Like,
Public
someone
domain.
could just AI generate a Steamboat Willie movie, and you're making tons of money.
Yeah, it's a scary. Technology is fascinating, and I do like it, but there are times when I do have that maximum overdrive fear. That next thing you know, there's a fucking Jeep with the machine gun aiming at my house, and it's like, I don't know, man. What, like Dan said, watch what you wish for, because there's going to become a time where you're like, oh, I love it. Next, Mr. Morales, we're going to have to let you go because we don't need you anymore because we have AI.
Well, that's actually what's happening, and the reality is this: like, I find it interesting about this, like, catch-22 that's happening with AI, right? So yeah, AI and all this technology that you can do, machine learning and generative AI and all this shit, right? Well, the rich people, I want to say not even the rich, the wealthy people, the wealthy landowners that are incorporating AI into their companies to, like, increase their margins and make more money, they're not realizing that they're taking money out of the people that are buying their shit. So eventually you can be as efficient as you possibly can, but there's nobody left to buy the stuff that you're making. So it's kind of like a catch-22 here. So Kevin brought up the thing, well, what happens if you have people that can make quality movies like that and just put it on Tubi? I would even go so far as to say, well, what happens when people can't even afford the subscription service anymore because they can't get any freaking work because AI is taking the jobs from them? So that's why I say be careful what you wish for here.
Eventually, guys, we got to move into the future where we're no longer depending on an income. We have AI. We have all this stuff that does stuff for us, and we can just live, right? Or am I in hippie land here?
Well, aren't you going to need doctors? Aren't you going to need?
I'm in hippie land.
I don't know. I think you might be onto something, but I mean, it's hard to see it now because there's 8+ billion people on this planet, and the wealthy overlords are hoarding all the resources.
Well, yeah, they're the ones who are never going to let that happen.
There's never going to be a time that I'm going to let the world do what it needs to, and I'll just have food on my table.
No. We'll never be in that time. I mean, that's not happening in our generation. We're always going to
be people that have more than other people.
It is on the horizon, but we can't fear change. We can't change the future.
It's going to happen whether we like it or not. So you have to you have to learn how to adapt around it, essentially. This group of Justice League dork is not going to fucking stop what's going to happen in the future. The
machines will still rise up and take us all out.
Eventually, in the future, we're all going to have to become some sort of. There's like slowly we're becoming cyborgs. I mean, you see, prosthetics are going into the future. Also, I mean, it's nuts.
It's going to be like Futurama, and
Futurama with our little head,
just our heads.
According to Elon Musk, you're already a partial cyborg. You carry around a phone all day that you can access anything at any time and get instant gratification at any time. Access any information that you want. Access AI for questioning and information. You're already a partial cyborg, so we're already kind of there.
There are already stories
completely yet.
There are already stories about people paying for AI relationships. They don't have to have real ones anymore.
Right.
That's AI relationships, right?
Okay. Here's the issue with where AI is right now. I'm a sports fan. I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. How many fake, completely absurd, or ridiculous sports articles do you get from these AI generated things that are filling your feed that are saying a player playing college football who's not eligible for was traded to another college? Like, they don't make any sense, but someone is creating these things with AI and putting it out there. The problem is we've got way too many people out there who see it and don't know the difference and don't know what's AI, and they're the idiots who are repeating these
Well,
things.
it's the slop.
It's fact.
So much slop out there. It's
Oh, yeah.
insane.
That's
you
the
know?
problem. That's the problem.
But here's the interesting part. So like Disney is the first studio technically to give their IP exclusivity. So the details are like 200 characters are going to be able to be used as models in OpenAI. Exclusivity for a year of the 3-year deal. That's like crazy to me.
But which model is it based off? Is it based off an actor? Is it based off like which
It's
portrayal?
just 200 characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, Star Wars.
Right, but is it a library of like that character? Like, is it like every interpretation? Like, how
I
do
don't
they
know.
decide what it is? You know, I think, I don't know.
The library might consist of like what their model drawings are. I don't know, but
yeah,
who knows whose iterations are going to be used to like train that model? But I'm guessing there's got to be reference images or like if they license you to draw Spider-Man for a product, they would give you a guide on, well, this is what Spider-Man has to look like, you know?
does Marvel Comics make AI comics? Are they the first major publisher to do it? No,
They have
they-
Yeah,
not
but,
made
but
AI comics.
Disney owns Marvel, and Disney gave Sora, OpenAI's generating tool, permission to use Marvel characters in that deal, along with some Disney shit and other things. So
I'm just saying though. When does the first major publisher put out an AI produced comic? That like
I don't know.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I mean,
soon.
if you've seen, I don't know if any of you have watched like AI generated content as it was coming out and seeing how crazy, like impressive some of these videos were, but there was an account that did all Star Wars generated content, and it was like a day in the life of a stormtrooper, and I swear to you, like it was amazing and compelling. But at the same time I go, well, this is kind of wrong, but it's pretty awesome. Like,
well, that's
so tough.
that's the thing, is that people like to see different things. Listen, everything we just talked about, I would love to see a Spectre and a Mr. Miracle. You could do it. You could create
you literally could.
You could create a 10-minute. You could create a 10-minute scene of Mr. Miracle the way you planned it, Kevin. A 10-minute, and people are like, talk about a pitch. Talk about a resume to pitch to the studios going, look what I made. How cool would this be as a whole movie, right?
We had that happen, and it made a movie, Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
well,
There was that entire
to your question earlier about full AI comics. I mean, yeah, we're probably not there yet, and I know you don't do this. This is no implication, but I'm saying there's digital tools that really kind of current digital tools in use that are literally blurring the line between digital art and literally generative AI.
Oh,
I mean,
I guarantee you,
really riding that line now, and it's in mainstream shit now.
if you went into like Google Gemini and their newest update for that, what is it, Nano Banana or whatever it is, the image generation in that is astonishing. There was a post of like, they were generating images of behind the scenes moments from some of the biggest moments in history. And it just, for instance, it was like, someone unveiling, Steve Jobs unveiling the new iPhone, the first iPhone. And then it was a background photo of like 50 cameras shooting him. That photo never existed. The hands looked perfect. There was nothing wrong with people's faces. It looked exactly like what you would expect of a behind the scenes photo.
Dude, AI, it's like having Green Lantern's ring.
It is.
Anything that you can imagine, it'll just come to life. it's crazy as shit. It's nuts. Some of the videos people send me, I'm like, dude, it's to me, it's awesome. I think it's freaking cool. You know, but the problem is I get my hands on AI. I may never leave home. It's I'm gonna be playing with it all day long.
You
Leave
know
your room.
what's-
Leave your room 10 years later, sweating. What year is it? You know, like you're all.
You know what?
I mean-
you know what is also. You know what? It's also very cool. I'm not gonna be very honest with you. What's also very cool is that you could actually go and go pick
Create
up some
stuff.
tough stuff. Oh, look at that tough stuff! Yeah, you know what? That's some cool stuff. See, this is stuff you could get in your hands, people. You know what I mean? Remember the old days when people used to actually pick up comic books and read them? Not everyone's like Dan.
Boom.
Do you remember those?
What's
Yeah,
funny is
I in
in
1987.
this single episode of Comic Menu, we've gotten Caesar wanting to read a comic because of Poop Finger, and now he realizes he can create his own with AI.
Go back to that cover. Go back to that other cover. Hey, Caesar, go back to that cover there. One more. Yeah, that
one?
feels like. Is that like Bloodstrike or something? What's that homage of?
I don't think it's an homage. It's a wraparound cover.
It feels like you ever remember that old like Image Blood? I mean, I know this is not an homage to that, but it looks like that Bloodstrike cover from Image.
Well, if you guys are, for anyone watching, you guys are interested, go to Kevin Delgado exclusives at bigcartel.com. All your
So
information
freaking amazing.
if you want to see that more.
Kevin,
about
you're one talented dude, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, well,
The guy doesn't take me out of a job.
I hope not.
That's the original.
Oh, that's the original. That's kind of
Yep.
cool.
That's the Fear and Loathing original.
Is that for sale? Sam likes OAs, don't you, Sam?
Sam, show everybody the Bagley one you just picked up at GalaxyCon.
Oh,
Hold, please. I gotta find the portfolio.
Well, here, while you're doing that, this is
Hold on.
the entire book, the originals.
That is amazing.
40 pages. All hand drawn.
wow.
No AI crap here.
Show us the poop finger OA.
A poop finger. Here you go.
He's like,
if you're gonna be remembered
There it is!
That's the page.
And the
That's
maniacal
the one to
laugh.
own.
I like the laugh. I think the laugh is the best part, actually.
Check this out. Here you go.
Hold on. All right. Let me see. But make sure no boobs. Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that splash.
That is cool, man.
A lot of perspective. You know,
That's good stuff, man. Kevin's talented as a mofo, man.
pick up that book, man. And if you
Pick up-
aren't familiar with the world, we do have trade paperback with all the previous issues.
Oh, there you go,
152
Dan.
pages. This is also on the website. One of the things that you guys don't see a lot of is I do fake ads throughout the books. So well, I can't show that one. Dang. I'll go to the first one. The second one has a lot of nudity in it. So, but there's like fake Demolition Man. Instead, it's Demolition Ma'am. And instead of Wesley Snipes, it's Whoopi.
That's funny, man. That's good stuff. That's one talented man. All right, Sam, show me what you got.
All right, hold on. Where'd it go?
Come on, man. Kevin gave you enough time. What's wrong with you?
That was the deal. That was the deal of the con. Look at that.
Wow.
That's sick.
Yeah, I was super pumped. I mean, Bagley,
Oh.
I mean, is the reason why I love Spider-Man. You know, I grew up with Bagley Spider-Man, so to meet him and then grab that head sketch, which he had a table full of head sketches there of every Spidey character, like
Cash
main
only.
character you could think of. Cash only, yeah, or else Dan would have another one. You
Yeah.
should have just done it, Dan.
I spent all my cash with that dude, that voice dude.
What? Wait. What voice, dude?
Yo, we
If I
got
ever
some
mention
cool
it, you'll have
stuff.
to see you. Yeah, if I
We,
talk about
uh,
anime, you're gonna shoot me, so I'm not
here's-
gonna talk about it.
So I still have to send these off. But for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat,
Wait, hold on. Ricky the Dragon. Hold on, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Sign
Here. Hold on. Let me see.
that was
Put
super
it back up, Kevin.
I don't want to take away from Sam.
No,
No,
we
you're
want to
good.
see this.
Kevin, show it
Hang on.
off.
That's another spread in the book.
God. Oh, look at you! Got to get that off the screen, Kevin.
Oops.
You got to get that off the
They're
screen.
muscles. They're just muscles.
Let me see.
then
I couldn't tell what the hell I was looking at.
So
One of those
it's
is
an
for me,
anime
Sam.
signed book, Caesar. So you might not like it, but
One of those is for me, Sam. Keep me
signed
out
by
there.
the voice actor.
Still leveling.
Oh, I
Oh,
got
you
it, Dan.
signed by the voice actor. Oh,
Yep. It was the longest wait of my life.
Oh my gosh.
oh really? How? So, do the voice actors have longer lines than the actual artists?
Not
Oh
all
my
of
god,
them.
it's insane. Voice
Just
actors
few
were
ones.
nuts though. So I had to drive out to GalaxyCon to get these SIGs done and to see
Hey,
Dan.
Tyler.
But
Mhm.
this voice actor his line was capped at New York Comic Con. And I was VIP. I could not get any book signed by him. So went out to GalaxyCon, got a bunch done. Super excited to send him off to CGC.
We
They're
got
gonna be
books,
amazing.
Funko Pops, prints.
What's up,
Oh yeah,
Tyler?
we got Funko Pops. Dan got me a Funko Pop because we're bros like that.
Well, so you're saying that you had VIP and you still couldn't get signatures?
At New York,
believe
yeah, for this voice actor. Voice
Bullshit.
actors, I swear to God, like it's crazy. Their tickets sell out fast, and if they don't do pre-show tickets, then it's at the table only, and it's the line. You just gotta deal with the line.
What's up, James? Well, I know, but maybe that's my future. Maybe I gotta get into voice acting.
You gotta do it, Caesar.
Caesar,
You
it's a
gotta
big deal.
you gotta
I'm
get
in
into
line.
anime.
Take it over.
You
Caesar,
gotta
I'm
be
in line
in
waiting to
an
meet Laura
anime.
Bailey. These people in the line next to me seem completely normal. Next thing I know, I see them leaving the exit line. They're crying, fanning themselves like they saw Jesus. Like I'm like, what's happening here? They're voice actors. Get in on it.
We've talked about this before. Manga and anime are doing such a great job of getting younger, newer fans in and just keeping a hold on them. Comics, got to do something different.
Yeah.
Got to do something different.
Well, that's why Absolute Batman's doing so well.
Oh
'cause
my god, it's amazing.
It's amazing, but they took a lot from manga. Like
Correct.
completely. It's a manga version of Batman.
It's so
Interesting.
good.
Sam?
Well, maybe I'll do that.
It's
Maybe
almost
I'll
like
be my
Zack
second
Snyder
career.
knows what he's doing.
Caesar, you should definitely try to get into a manga though, or not a manga, an anime as a voice actor, because once you get one role, it just keeps coming and coming and coming.
The
And then you'll
dude
have to
who's
go to
leveling was in his
cons
20s.
near us at some point. That would be nice.
My goal was to become so big and famous that when Dan's waiting in line, I will sign so slow. So when it comes to me, they put the close sign because
I'll
I
just
already ran out of time.
crop dust your line, dude. I'll just crop dust your
You
line. I'll just
son
keep
of a
walking by.
bitch. You son of a bitch. I would get you kicked out so fast from that con.
They'll be
That would
like,
be
"Yeah,
the
what
best
is that?
Thing
I
Because
think
I
ever.
have
it's a natural
power.
gas leak."
Yeah, it's true though. Hey, maybe I'll voice your tough. Find a character in your tough stuff there. I'll
I got you.
Caesar's gonna voice the guy who does the inspection.
Making his voice debut, Cesar Morales has poop finger.
A poop finger.
Let me get up there a little bit more.
That's my goal in life is to have my Cesar Morales poop finger.
We have way more than that.
That's fantastic.
I won't forget you, Caesar.
Okay, well, thank you. I have many voices in my arsenal. Well, it's getting to that time, and I can see there we go. We didn't even touch the PSA stuff. I mean, we could touch about it a little bit. What's going to happen to CBCS now that PSA is doing this whole thing?
They're gone. They're gonna be gone.
They're gone.
Oh,
So what's it going to be?
Well,
Definitely
apparently,
have
I read somewhere that they're still going to be their own entity, but they're not dissolved. But I don't see it happening.
Hey, I love your hat, Kevin.
I am sponsored. I come to the comic book
just
sponsored by
noticed
PSA.
Wow.
As a representative.
But did you say? He goes, I'll be right back.
I have a CGC hat in the other room. If you want to give me a second, we can have a real throwdown.
So so PSA. So basically, it's CGC, PSA, PGX.
Is PGX still a thing?
No.
Caesar used to sing their praises. Let me tell you.
I no idea. So CBCS is gone. So what's going to happen to all those CBCS books?
They're going to be cracked and reholdered.
Right.
They could be considered collectible because they're no longer around. Like, hey guys, get your last bit of CBCS, man.
Anybody who's collecting them now, Franz, I mean, you know better than anybody. Anybody who's collecting them now is leaving money on the table compared to their CGC counterpart. I mean,
right.
You know,
Absolutely.
there'd be no incentive to keep a CBCS book anymore.
Will they combine that to the PSA like or what is it? Not the Nexus. What's the census? Does that like?
I'm sure they'll be like, oh, if you want a discounted PSA crossover, send it on in. You know.
Well, I got a bunch of CBCS.
So the people who have CBCS books, are they going to be able to send it to PSA to get reholded?
We could do that now.
As a cost, sure.
Again, I think because it's still super early, it's very, very complicated. I think that the CBCS is going to be around for a little while they start working out and hashing out all those details. It's not something that's just going to disappear overnight.
Do you know where those seals are?
I mean, here's the interesting part is in the card area, like PSA now owns 80% of the card grading market because BGS was maybe one of the top quality like grading companies out there. The BGS Black Label with subgrades and stuff were like coveted and commanded a high premium if you had subgrades of 10 with the BGS 10 Black Label. Like that was huge in the collecting space, and now BGS is no longer in existence.
This is the funny part. I remember years ago when I forgot what con it was. It's in New York, one of the New York cons, or San Diego, where they introduced the PSA slab. I remember that. They had video. This is what the slab's gonna look like. And even back then, people were like, "That's god awful. God, I hope it's not like that." And they ended up being just like that, right? So they had time to at least change it. I get it. That's their color. What is it? Red, white. Is that's the
it was
whole
at
thing?
It was at NYCC, and they had plenty of people they spread around to say how awesome they were and how much better they were and how wonderful they were. I saw it. I said, "This looks like crap. It looks like the CBCS stuff that looks like crap. I don't want it."
I mean, they also unveiled it when comics were a bit stronger. So I'm thinking that they were hoping that card collectors were gonna flip over the ones who were switching and putting some money into comics. And I mean, comics are struggling hard right now. So
here's the thing. The reality is, and this is, I've said this for a few years, it is still fighting its way to stay alive. The card market is going to hit the same wall that the comic market did.
Question. How far are we away from, like, even if you go buy jewelry now, like a diamond, you can engrave on the diamond. I mean, so friggin' small. You got to zoom in, like GIA or these institutes will put to avoid like the fraud or theft of the diamond. They'll put like an identifier on it, but you have to like microscope into it to even see it, right? But they keep this database of like the ID to like the demographics and statistics of the diamond. How long do you think till we do that with comic books, where we accept the fact that in order to slab appropriately and do proper recording, somewhere you've got to put, you can't see it, but something on a book to just make sure the integrity stays what it is? I mean, we've got.
I don't think they'll do it because they've never done it with cards, and cards are bigger than comics.
And again, if you do that to a card or comic book, you're kind of messing with the integrity of the book now, also.
But you don't really mess with the integrity of a diamond. I mean, how can you say a comic book is any?
But you can't compare diamond, which is one of the hardest things in the world, compared to a comic book.
Comic books are more rare than diamonds.
A diamond was not created.
Diamonds are not rare, first of all.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
it's not a piece of art that someone created that you're then altering to whatever. They've sure cut it a certain way to make it shaped a certain way and look pretty.
The 4 C's, cut, clarity, all that.
So I won the 5 under that Dan got shot down with his idea. 5 under.
What?
Yeah, 2 of them.
5 under. You got shot down with your idea
It's not my idea. I'm just asking, like, there's got to be some better way to control this market, because you're seeing it oftentimes where books are taken out of the slab and a replacement's put in it, or now with this PSA thing, or I mean, like, it's happening more and more.
I am with you on that the census and population reports of some of these books is completely messed up, because I know that I personally have sent in the same book 3 different times.
Yeah, I mean,
these are your Doctor Strange 169. I mean, that was a book that went through 3 different times to see.
They all came back 7.5.
Is that my Doctor Strange 169?
It very well could, yes.
And it's that is a 7.5 no matter how you cut it. Don't even try. Don't even try.
Don't even look at it.
It was an 8. What was it? It's 7. It was a 7.5, right? Right from the beginning. Yeah, and then he did his thing.
I mean, as far
as
far as tagging these books, it's hard to say, because again, I mean, as a collector, you don't want the integrity of the book.
But you'll never see it. I mean, you'll never see it without like an ultra microscope. Like, you can't even know it's there. You'll never know.
Imagine doing that to every single fucking book. I mean,
no, man, you just get notes that are sometimes there and sometimes not.
There could be like a UV, maybe like some sort of UV stamp or something. Yes, they've talked about doing stuff like that, but
isn't that in the label? Like the PSA labels have like a watermark in them.
On the label, nothing. But we've seen where, like, even with CGC books, where
PSA cards are counterfeited.
They put another book in there when they ship it out, but they don't have the original book that came in.
I see what you're saying.
I will say, last month was the first time I picked up a PSA slab. My buddy came over. He's like, "Hey, look, have you ever picked up one of these things? So give me that thing." I fucking almost dropped it because it was
heavy,
so heavy. And then he goes, "Imagine carrying a box of slabs of nothing but PSAs." He goes, it would break your back if you
imagine being a seller of slabs and trying to ship those.
Yeah,
it's astronomical.
Yep.
That's true.
Gentlemen, I appreciate you guys having me on, but I gotta split. So I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
just want to say thank you for having me on.
Kevin, good
Kevin, great job, man.
Tough stuff. Kevin Delgado exclusives. BigCartel.com. Go to the website, get all the information. This guy's fantastic. Go support him. Friend of the show.
Thank you guys so much for having me on. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Kev. Yeah, man. We'll catch up later.
You do.
Yep. Later.
Thanks, pal.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye.
But yeah, I didn't even. You're right. I didn't even think about that for you guys who sell to ship. Fuck, that's right. Well,
they're heavy as hell.
Throw it in flat rate, it doesn't matter.
But now if you do flat rate, it doesn't matter.
This move was done for cards,
why we don't have to do flat rate now. You're forcing us to do more and flat rate also has to fit it. When you're talking about a slab, like medium flat rate box for raw comics is fine. But when you're talking about a slab, large flat rate boxes are completely different.
I use medium flat rate boxes for slabs is perfect.
For a medium flat, sure. But again, I can send it to you not in a flat rate and save myself $5 on every slab. And I'm still sending you priority. I'm still packing it right and getting it to my customer. It should be.
But they do say that these PSAs are tougher than nails. I mean, I will say that. I mean,
they're thick with 2 C's.
They're really secure.
Someone get me one of those PSA slabs. I will hold it up here with one of the cheap ass CGC or CBCS slabs, and I'll drop them both, and they're both going to break.
Well, I don't know. I saw that someone did a video.
I don't know.
Dropping it left and right.
Yeah, he was dropping it off the desk. It wasn't breaking.
Yeah,
okay, though, because CGC card slabs are much nicer than PSA card slabs.
The CGC card slabs?
Yeah, so much nicer.
Oh, well, what makes them so much nicer?
They stack better. I like the labels better. They look here like there's 2 comparisons so you could see them.
Oh,
I see very little difference there, and I'll tell you my PSA 96 Jordan 86 Jordan rookie card. I'm very happy with the PSA.
Oh yeah, of course. It's the way they feel though. Like the CGC ones feel heavier duty.
Hey, we have a few more minutes. I got into this. I went down a rabbit hole of these Pokemon. I went
Oh,
down
don't get me started. I'm
I-
all in. I've been
Okay.
all in.
I went down to the rabbit hole of the scammers. That's
Oh,
Oh, geez.
I'm not
Yeah.
a scammer.
scalpers. Of the scalpers.
Oh,
I went
The
down a
ones who
rabbit hole, came
go-
out with a poopy finger.
Wow.
yeah, pokey poopy finger. Comment down over there.
Where they go and they completely just. Why is it the Costco's and the Targets, all those? Why don't they just limit sales? Why do they allow someone to just grab 45 boxes?
They do.
Put it on the cart?
Target does. At least our
Now-
Targets do.
So
I've
I
seen
can tell
enough
you,
videos of that.
Yeah,
For
Targets
sure,
are kept
that's
behind
'cause-
customer service, and it's limited to 2 per person.
there's
You
the
know, just so
places
kids and
that
families
care
can
to.
get it.
There's a place that care to enforce. I walked into Costco with my wife for whatever, and it happened to be on the day of a Pokemon drop,
Oh,
and
God.
it was a limit to 2 per customer. I happened to have at that point the company I was working for, their Costco card, and my wife had ours, so she bought 2 and I bought 2.
Nice.
Now I didn't go back and do it 4 more times. I'm not
Well-
that guy. I did
Well,
it a
but
couple
that's it makes my blood boil when I see these.
I think that's different than what Caesar's saying, where you see a guy on a video just like.
Oh, no,
stack
I
his
know,
cart
but
With the whole
it-
cart.
what I'm
full of
saying is
friggin' boxes.
they
How
all
do-
have those rules.
And
It's
there's a
whether or
little
not
kid watching him doing it.
it's all about whether or not that store
enforcing
and
it.
those
I guess
managers
it's a
can
store
enforce it.
thing. Is
Because
that what
I
it is?
walked into Target yesterday randomly after before a movie with my daughter, and they had Pokemon stuff on the shelf at Target, which I never see, and I don't do Pokemon. I'm not that guy, but I'm also happy to make an extra buck where I can. So I went and I grabbed, I think, 7 or 8 different Pokemon items. There were still more there. I did not take everything that was there. That's not who I am. But when I got to the register, I didn't know until they told me you can only do 2 items per purchase.
Oh, nice.
I said, okay, so I have to go put them back. They said, no, you can only do 2 per purchase. So I rang up 2, and then I did the next purchase and rang up 2. And
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Because that's how they told me. I would have put stuff back. I said, do I need to go put this? And they said,
So
no.
you can't do 3 at the same time. You can only do 2.
Exactly.
Pay
So I
pay.
literally had 4 of one kind of box, 2 of another kind of box, and 1 of another box. So I had 7 items total. So I had to do 4 separate purchases to purchase those 7 items.
I love that.
So Tyler's saying people would do the same with expensive ratios of comics. They could be that they could, but of course the comic shop isn't going to allow it.
Right.
This is what stores have noticed and limited new releases to a certain amount.
A comic shop
really?
should allow it. That's why you get those fights at
know.
NYCC at the Peach booth and whatever else, because the people who have bought all of them at first and grabbed them all before people could.
I don't know. I feel a different way. If I'm a retailer and I need to make my money on the weekly releases, I don't care how many ratios you buy. Like, buy them.
Make my money, right?
Sell
buy as
out.
many as you want.
Yeah.
Well, if you're really smart, you're a reseller. You're buying a volume of comics for the ratios that are going to be favorable, and sell your ratios at a high dollar amount, make your money, and then sell the other ones below. You get your money back. You know, I mean, you can do that. I think Ish does that really well too. He's really good at that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say it again. It
That's why
boils my
ratios
liver.
exist.
It boils my liver seeing these guys, and I think to myself, how you assholes of stores allow these guys to, especially when they do the mad rush on Costco, and it looks like a bunch of chimpanzees just went nuts in the zoo,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing but just cardboard, and this guy's coming with this kid, and he's like, "Sorry, man, there's nothing left because Fat Man over here grabbed, you know."
How about the videos of the people who actually snatch them out of other people's arms or out of other people's shopping carts? Like, that's the stuff that gets me. My Costco, they had employees standing there that said, "How many do you want? 1 or 2?" And they
That's
handed
cool.
it to-
I see, and that's where it should be
That's how it
uniformed like that across the board. Even at the Targets that I have seen, where there's a line and the guy in front of them is getting the boxes and just filling up his cart and then leaving, and they're sleeping, and they're like, and the cashier's like, boop.
See, you know, honestly, that's why I say we create these bad situations. All of us, like we look at like people like Ticketmaster, and we're like, oh, they're so freaking greedy. Look how much you're charging for those tickets. That's ridiculous. Yet here we are on the ground level doing shit with these Pokemon boxes, right? Where we're trying to get them and flip them for $1 million, and we sacrifice our own integrity just for these fucking boxes of cards. Like, people don't look in the mirror and go, you know what? Don't sit there and point the finger at the wealthy corporations when you're doing the same shit on your own level here for this stupid shit. It just is what it is.
Look, some of us have no choice but to buy things a certain way to then be able to move. And so I bought tickets to see Bon Jovi at Madison Square Garden this summer. I bought extra tickets that I could then sell to be able to afford the cost of those tickets for me to be able to go.
Good idea.
And it's not because I have the desire to make all this extra. I can't afford what it costs to go to that concert if I didn't do that.
Yeah, and that's fair. And again, no indictment to you, Dorf. I mean, I love you to death.
I'm saying there's
all I'm saying is, if we
things.
really want to see change, and again, this is probably hippie shit, but if you really want to see change, the way you do it is you don't buy that stuff, and then you make them lower their price because they're not going to sell it for what they want. But you know what? The problem is, maybe I won't buy it, maybe Andrew won't buy it, but maybe Sam will buy it, or maybe Caesar will buy it, and there's always going to be somebody that will buy it. So we're always going to be.
People are paying $10,000 to go and see
Well, I mean,
Taylor
this
Swift.
is a problem that has existed beyond cards for forever. I mean,
Oh
it
yeah,
happened
for
with
sure.
what
It's not
Elmo
just
dolls and all this other crap like
Cabbage
years ago.
Cabbage Patch
It's just
Kids
the
with
No,
it's just the
he's
nature
talking
of
about Tickle Me Elmo. When Tickle Me
it's
Elmo
just the
came
nature
out,
of the drops and the demand in particular items. It's just Pokemon seems like it's been going now for a long time, but that's because distribution is such a shit show that
Yeah, but it's manufactured scarcity. They could print this stuff out all day long. They don't do it because why do they? What's the reason?
Well,
why would they do it?
They're a mess in general, and then the distribution has become a mess, and then there's sub distribution has started to happen, and then the prices fluctuate, and distributors started saying, well, everyone else is making their money, why don't we raise the prices, which has caused a ton of issues for card shops and other places. It is the biggest mess, and it's happening amongst
I could see scarcity in an arena
now, it's happening in
but
One Piece.
Sam, I could see scarcity in an arena where you have finite seats, you have finite capacity. I could totally get that. But we live in a mass production society. You cannot tell me that the limit on the boxes of Pokemon cards is due to the fact that they cannot produce enough of them.
That's so. But you know what? I bet you they're out there. Like the newest sets are kind of sitting.
If Pokemon produces an unlimited number of this run of this series that they just released, that doesn't have value to them because they'll get to a point where it's still sitting on the shelf. And the moment that that happens, the moment it starts to seem, hey, maybe this isn't the thing that I have to have what was just released now because there will be something else there. So you limit what you produce in regards to that. But what Sam is talking about is a whole different problem. I was at a comic shop in the city who sells cards. Their distribution, they had a deal already in place. And then they came back to him and said, yeah, now the Pokemon that you had already ordered, it's going to be this much because of what
crappy.
Oh, wow.
Is my same issue with all of the grading companies where you're doing the same exact job. I don't care if you're grading my AF-15 or a Return of Wolverine, which is worth nothing. It doesn't matter if you're grading this or that. The work that you're doing is the exact same, and it should cost the same. Yeah. If you're saying you need to charge a little bit more because treating an AF-15 and caring for that, okay, I get that. But to charge based on the perceived value on your end of what you think I'm going to theoretically get for it, I'm not selling my AF-15. That's mine. Going anywhere. So I don't care what you think it's worth. I paid you to grade it, so it sits in my collection. Thankfully, I didn't pay to grade it. I got it graded, but still,
it's universal. So like what Tyler said, right? They have to limit the production, or they would be worthless because there simply is just too many out there.
Yeah, but they got feedback and they started printing more of recent sets. So like the sets that were super hot, like Prismatic and now Phantasmal Flames and Destined Rivals, like they continue to drop it. The trouble is that people buy them and then they hold on to them sealed, and they think that because, years ago, a lot of these sets have skyrocketed for sealed product, that it's going to happen again. It's not necessarily going to happen when all of you are starting to do it.
What
So,
are your thoughts of what J Rob's
stupid.
saying? Once you have read your books, shouldn't you sell it for the exact price you paid for it?
That's apples and oranges, though.
I wish.
That's apples and oranges, though.
I wish I could take my long boxes of books and sell them for $3.99, $4.99,
We're talking about
$9.99
boxes.
a
We're
piece.
talking about boxes that just arrived at Target or Costco, brand new, like a comic book, brand new on a shelf, versus secondary market where somebody has now purchased it. And what do? That's a whole other conversation.
I also see these videos of, and maybe you could explain to me, of the vending machines where they go and they drain the whole machine of all these Pokemon.
Oh,
cards.
the Pokemon vending machines. I'm not lucky enough to have any of those in my area.
But
there are.
From what I understand, they drain the
you.
fuck out of them.
Oh yeah,
they drain them all.
It's the same concept. They just buy out the whole machine.
That is just
like
so
the person filling that
fucked
machine
up.
is probably savvy to what they're filling it with.
Well,
no,
like,
a lot of them are filled with crap.
They have a job to do.
Don't you have a way to know what you get good or bad shit? I mean, this has been a tale of oldest time, where they resell the boxes they've been picked over.
Well, that's the thing. Depending on which vending machine,
you can't see what you're getting.
Right. So some of them are like that, where you're getting a blind bag. You don't know what it is until after you get it, and then you tear it open. So if they're buying the machine out, like Caesar is saying, they don't have to rip it open and see what it is. They can sell the blind bag and say, this is from here, and you have the potential to get whatever.
Right.
So it doesn't matter that they know that they got shit, or they don't.
I keep hearing that there's people who know how to glitch the machine. So
there's some sets though that are just more limited. Like there's a set that just came out that's $69 or $79 retail, and because everyone grabs them and then just sits on them, they're $250 to actually buy one market from someone right now. And my kids just want the figures out of it.
Right. Then you have that. So J Rob saying, how is that apples and oranges? That's primary buyer and selling, which makes you the secondary seller. The premise
it's not the same thing.
J Rob, the difference is with a box of Pokemon cards, you're not opening the packs and then selling it again. You have to keep it sealed or it loses that value. It's just
unless
the same
unless you hit a good card.
But what J Rob said earlier was,
you're losing.
You and I both know hitting that card is much more rare than.
But what J Rob is saying is earlier you bought the comic book, you read it, now you sell it for even if it goes up in value, you sell it for the same price. He's saying like that, like you're almost kind of being a hypocrite, like what we said with the Pokemon card boxes, where you go and you buy them and you resell them for more. I think it's different because what happens is, in the case of the comic books or the case of the Pokemon boxes, right? They're just putting them on the shelf. They're not charging you more at the point of sale, necessarily at Costco.
GameStop has already started raising prices.
You're not fighting Costco to get the boxes. You're fighting other people to get the boxes.
Right? Yeah.
Well, just like you would with the comic books. But isn't it like a while back when they had those blind bags for the comic books with the Marvel cards were the big ones?
Yeah.
You were opening them up and, oh my gosh, I got a gold, this and this and that. People were just buying those and just selling them without unopened secondary and going, hey, you might get something good. I'm giving you a deal because you might get something good, even though they're making a cut out of it. It's almost the same concept, but it was not opened. That's the key, right?
You have the local card stores here and other places that go into Target and buy them retail there to mark them up double and sell them in their stores because of what distribution is doing to them. Because distribution isn't going to Target and saying, you've got to pay me X amount more for my Pokemon. Target is still selling them whatever. And they can get them there less than they are from these distribution companies
100%.
for their smaller accounts. And then they're jacking them up also. So the scalpers aren't just these people that are trying to do it online and whatever. It's literally retail stores are
their shops using Target as distro.
Because that's the best way they can get it at an affordable price.
My favorite are the ones who are waiting online outside all night, and then the ones who come in and going, oh, those 2 empty chairs, those were mine.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
They try to pull that off. There's these 2 empty chairs that have been here all night that they come in first thing in the morning. You're like, oh, those are mine.
The community in Buffalo is insane. Like there is the community in my area, hundreds of people in a Facebook group, and most of them are absolutely incredible, nice people, but they are the type that will wait out all night for the next
No,
drop.
what Caesar is saying is the person who puts their chair down
Oh, they do.
and goes home.
They do that. There have been people to do
And
that.
then weren't there all night. Then
I
they come
take
in
that- I
at
take
7
those chairs off
a.m.
the curb.
Yeah.
They come at 7 a.m. and going, hey, I have my 2 chairs here. That was reserved
I didn't
my
see 'em.
spot.
I didn't.
Brandon. So Brandon
If I was
says
behind them and they took off, I would take that chair and I would go fling.
Exactly
Well,
right.
Be in the
That's
middle
like,
of the road
hi.
because
here's
you're not going to be
here's
there.
the problem.
I'm not saving it for you.
Exactly. So
I'd sit in their chair and say,
mentions
sorry, this is my chair. You weren't in it.
So
This is
tried
my burner,
ordering
this is my
8K in
tent.
Magic the Gathering, received none. So that's part of the problem with distribution too, and why shops are having to go to places like Target to try and get some product for their typical customers. So I have a local comic and gaming store near me who typically orders, honestly, just like right under $100,000 in new Magic product every single drop. Well, on the Spider-Man drop, the order was about like 80 to 85K. They got probably a third of
Oh.
that.
Well,
Like,
I can tell you from
that's
my
not
other
a
friends
small
who have
amount of
card
money.
shops. No, but my other friends who have card shops, they're stuck with their Spider-Man inventory because
Yeah,
it was
it wasn't as
didn't
big
hit
as
like it
Final
was supposed
Fantasy.
to hit. So
Yeah.
they kind of lucked out because they're going to get their money back what they didn't get.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
I'll tell you what, it's this is a conversation for the night because we could talk about this. This is a whole conversation in itself. But look at that, we're on the actual mark. So why don't we go around, do what we do? And by the way, I want to first off thank Frank. He had to drop out because he said his internet sucked, and when he was on, it was laggy. But thanks, Frank, for jumping out. You have to jump on next time when you upgrade your AOL. Maybe that might work, or maybe at least up to,
Get rid of dial-up.
or maybe get upgrade to a 128 into a 56K instead. You son of a bitch. So let's go around. We're going to start with the man who. Let's go over here. Where are you at? There you are. What do you got there, pal? What's going on?
Yeah, so again, Caesar, I just appreciate you always having me. Guys, I love the chat tonight. Just good conversation. If you don't find me here on the Comic Menu podcast, chatting with my boys that I love, you can find me on Instagram, Tree City Comics, where I'm always writing about the manga, anime, mainstream books, indie books, anything I can get my hands on to read or watch, I'm doing it. And I'll post about it, especially on Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, where I'll write about some of the books that I'm reading. So please feel free to follow me on Instagram, Tree City Comics, and reach out, contact me, let me know if you like what you see. If you don't, if you do disagree, let's have a conversation about it. This week is especially special because we do our annual Tree City Holiday Gift Exchange. And Thursday, we're going to be going live on Instagram, hosted by the Comic Underground, an amazing group. Kyle, Nick, Kate, you guys are all stars. And they're gracious enough to host our gift exchange where we had last year, we had like 9 people, I think, participate. We have 20 people participating this year. It just continues to grow. Our second time doing it, and it's going to be so fun. So tune in at 7:30 till however long we go, and you're going to get to see amazing gifts getting exchanged, good laughs, good jokes, good people, just what the community really is all about. I always say that, comic books are really just the bonus. It's always about the people, right? I mean, that's what makes this thing so special. So, Tree City Comics, follow us Thursday. You'll see us live. Holiday Gift Exchange, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Love to see you there.
I like how Dan talks about Tree City Comics like he's fucking Gollum. He says, "Follow us."
I love it.
It's the board, Caesar. It's the board.
I love it. I love it. Sam, what do you got going on?
Wow, I mean, it's coming up to the end of the year, and I don't have much going on. Kind of winding down. I've got a couple sales coming up on my Whatnot. You can follow me. Tag is Comic Sam. I think post Christmas we're gonna do why am I saying we? I'm like Dan right now.
Hey, we.
Yeah.
Don't let him put your dreams down.
My precious.
We'll be running a full Absolute Batman run on there, which is obviously insanely hot right now. We had 2 exclusive drops in the past month. They're all on my partner's website. You could go to sequentialartcomics.com. We dropped a Sveta Shubina exclusive for World Tree, I believe number 17, and then we did a Pop Kill number 1 for like the seasonal holiday. It's a little risque, so we won't show it on here, but you can check it out there. Other than that, you can find me on Instagram at Comic Sam Collects. I'm always down to chat. Send me a message if you're searching for anything specific. I'll try and find it for you.
Let's go.
Appreciate you, Caesar.
You got it, pal. You're
Even
ready.
without the invite. No.
Yeah, you know. Oh, that's what I meant to go see. I want to go see who did I actually invite.
Yeah, who did you send it to? I'm surprised it didn't pop in.
All right, go ahead. What do you got there, Dorf?
All right. Very excited for the first time on this podcast. I've been on many times that I can actually pimp my wares. The Dwarf Knight comics and collectibles is now live and it is real. dwarfknightcomics.com. I have tons of inventory. I've got more stuff coming in all the time. Incredible pieces. All kinds of stuff. I've got old keys. I've got new stuff. Signature series. You name it. I've got it. I've got more coming in all the time. You can find me on Instagram at Dwarf Knight Comics. You can find Dwarf Knight Comics and Collectibles on Facebook. And then I'm just in general all over Facebook anyway. But please check out the website. Help me out because right now this is what I'm doing. This is my life right now. I am running this comic biz and appreciate all of you and would love the support. And the more support I get, the more awesome shit I can get in. So thank you guys. Thank you, Caesar, for having me again. Great to be back.
Yeah, man. All right. Palms.
Yo. Well, of course, thank you for having me on. I know it's been a minute since I've been on the comic menu. You know, it's always fun to hop on here. Hopefully I'll be on a little bit more often and see all these wonderful faces on here to have these cool discussions with. I'm taking a break for a while. I'm not going to have another sale on IG, another live sale until like January the 8th. And we're hosting Christmas at the house this year. We don't have to go anywhere, which is nice. So I'm going to enjoy my Christmas and my New Year's, get built up for the next shows and probably do 2 shows or so a month. Palm's Funny Books on IG is mainly my business now. I have people reach out all the time on the side between shows where I make sales, but the business is still going strong, still doing well, and I'm looking forward to the gift exchange with the Comic Underground on Thursday with Dan. It's going to be really fun. Funny thing is, the other person that usually hosts me was on the show tonight. Was Frank. So check out Atlas Comics. Check out Comic Underground. Obviously, if you're not following all these guys on whatever platform they're going to be on, they're all great people. Obviously, if you checked out a little bit of this show, or if you're seeing the rebroadcast of this show, you definitely got to give these people all the follows. So thank you again, Caesar, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, no. I talked to that guy. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, I always tell people that the whole purpose of the show is to not only just give you guys content, but it really is to kind of have a chance to hang out with cool people, because we're not just here every Tuesday. We're friends. We talk, and it's that kind of community that I like to bring. You know, these guys coming late to the party. Greg Ha, I haven't seen you in a bit. Got to bring him back on the show.
Love Greg. You know, I met Greg.
Next, yeah. Oh, did you finally meet Greg?
Yes, yeah, he's amazing.
Greg's a cool guy. You know, and next year, I'm planning on maybe the first show might bring back the Golden Oldies, Code Blue, and Crime City. This time, Dan, you'll be on the show. Talk some Golden Age with those guys. It's always fun, and I'm just trying to bring some good people together. But either way. Lately, I've been doing some real. I'm back with my slabbing figures, reels. I gotta be honest. I gave myself a kind of a chubby with the last 2 I made. I was so proud. I gotta be honest. I did a Ghost Rider, and I was like, God damn, that's good. You know. And then I did my Kingpin. I'm like, you know what? This guy's getting better. I'm like, Dad, we are getting better at doing these reels. Once again, if you wanted voiceover or real like that, just hit me up. You know what I do. That being said, next week, it's next week is the 23rd. Are we? Should we do a week off for Christmas? What do you guys think?
We do week
As
off.
a Jewish guy, I don't think I get a say.
No, you don't have a say. Dan, Sam,
It was
what do you think?
I'm game either way. Always.
I'm
Always
game.
down.
Are you okay? All right, so maybe we'll do next Tuesday. Why not? 23rd is getting close to Christmas, so we'll see. We'll see you next week. Maybe I'll bring J-Rob. Maybe we'll bring you on next week, you son of a bitch, so you can talk
J-Rob
about.
says I don't respond to his chat. He never chats me up. This man's a liar.
What I want is I want J-Rob to come in, and so we can shoot down any of his ideas. Anything. All of it. Okay, J-Rob. All right. So next week we'll get some more topics because you know why? Because there's always shit happening in this community. There's always some kind of news for us to talk about. And if not, then we just talk about scammers and CGC and PSA, and that'll take 2 hours as it is. I will not be dressed as an elf, Tyler. Sorry, my man. I don't do that. But we didn't even do that the Christmas thing, Dan. Dan, you dropped the ball.
I gotta get to go. Maybe we'll try to do it next week sometime. I've been so work has been. You said it in the beginning, right? This month has flown.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Actually,
Absolutely crazy.
This whole year it's been kind of nutty. That being said, join us next week. We're going to have some new topics, or maybe revive some of the topics we didn't even talk about this week. We really didn't get into the heavy on the Netflix Warner Brothers thing. We barely even touched that, and the what ifs of what could possibly happen. So that being said, thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate you guys, and let's go to our next sponsor over here. Why not?
Comic Menu Podcast is sponsored by Realistic Comic Books.